that sound that can't be explained. Or seeing a shadowy figure move, but no one is there. A light flickers. You feel a cold breath on your neck.
Is it your imagination? Or is it real? In 1735, in what is now Leeds Point, New Jersey, Mother Leeds gives birth to her 13th child. The baby is half beast and half devil.
It immediately escapes into the Pine Barrens. 13 generations later, John Leeds enters the creature's hiding place and hunts down his ancestor, the Jersey Devil.
1995, Alameda, California. A haunted, retired warship, the USS Hornet, opens to the public. 5 years later,
Ricky and his friends spend the night on board the ship called
the Gray Ghost. September 2000, Collingswood, New Jersey. 16-year-old Ray Croce has a gift. He can see spirit and divine the unknown. Tonight, he puts his gifts to the test, banishing spirits that inhabit this 165-year-old house.
3 places haunted by the unknown. 3 courageous young people. 3 real, scary stories. Legend has it that a deformed beast has stalked the woods of Leeds Point
for over 200 years. 16-year-old John Leeds thinks it's time they met. After all, they're related.
We never really went in the woods at night.
We have heard unusual sounds in the woods at night that we couldn't explain.
That night that I encountered it, I don't have no other explanation of what that could be.
Head of a horse, wings of a bat, and cloven hooves.
You do not go into the woods at nighttime alone.
Here in Galloway Township, southern New Jersey, in the Pine Barrens, was born the legend of the Jersey Devil, also known as the Leeds Devil. I'm John Leeds, 13th generation to live in this township and a direct descendant of the devil himself. I'm the 13th generation of Leeds to have been born in Galloway Township. You know, a lot of people, when they hear my last name's Leeds, they ask me questions about it. They're like, oh yeah, you're related to the Jersey Devil, huh?
The Leeds Devil, which is now known as the Jersey Devil, was born approximately 1735.
One story says there's a Leeds woman, they called her Mother Leeds.
And she had 12 children.
She found that she was with a child, and it was her 13th child.
When she found this out, she put a curse in that child.
And when the child was born, it was born as some type of deformed being.
Flew up out of the chimney, escaped out of the house. Past 260-some odd years, there's been occasional sightings of it.
We heard this running down the street on the pavement. It sounded like a horse clomping, but there were only 2 legs instead of 4.
A couple kids, maybe 25, 26 years old, come running out of the woods, crying, screaming. They seen the police car, so they waved me down. And they were frantic, really frantic. And it's just, there's something in the woods up there, there's something in the woods up there. So I started in the woods with my flashlight. I seen these red eyes in the tree. This thing leaped 20, 25 feet. It was big, it had wings. This isn't a person doing this. This isn't an animal, a deer, something like that, not with these wings. A man can't jump 25 feet. And I fell and I threw the flashlight. So I'm trying to pull over to it, and the flashlight went out before I got to it, and it clicked off. I heard something click the flashlight off. I could see this shadow with wings, and I could just feel this heat around me. What is this? So I dropped to my knees, and I just covered my face, and I expected that this thing had me now. I mean, I can't fight this on my own. It was enormous, and it was playing with me. And then it went off. It left me alone.
What in the woods is terrifying John's hunting dog?
It's no trick. We'll be right back to the show on Fox Family.
And what kind of dude do you want?
I want a pooch with rainbow hair, make a cat with curls and cotton hair. Nothing else that thrills like you. I want my Play-Doh, please.
Play-Doh Fuzzy Pumper Pet Parlor case of colors sold separately.
Wake up! Make your bed! Are you dressed yet? Get some breakfast before you go.
slow things down with Pillsbury Toaster Strudel. Creamy, squeeze it yourself icing. Gooey, fruity filling. And layers of light, flaky crust let you slow down when you eat up.
Hurry up, you'll miss the bus.
Part of this complete breakfast. Toaster Strudel from Pillsbury makes every bite a break.
Welcome to Taco Bell. May I help you? I want to make a towering taco and a burrito I can squeeze. Nothing else that feels like these. I want my Play-Doh, please.
The Taco Bell playset. Case of colors sold separately. Fun to play with, not to eat.
You're a star. You're a Johnson's kid.
New Johnson's Kids Body Wash. Hey, now in the shower, Johnson's Kids have the power. Body wash, it's much more fun. Johnson's Kids, the only one. Introducing Johnson's Kids Body Wash. A cool way to get clean. And 3 amazing scents like Berry Breeze. Hey, now in the shower, Johnson's Kids have the power. A cool way to clean. You're a star. New Johnson's Kids Body Wash. A cool way to clean.
CyberConnects.
Finally, the key to intelligent life.
The Cyber Key.
Whoa!
CyberConnects. The Cyber Key program's my creation.
Look, it interacts with its environment.
Sorry.
Rebuilds into new life forms.
Even set his sensors to guard you.
The Cyber Key may give the Earthling too much control.
Total control.
CyberConnects Ultra Set. The key to intelligent life.
I'm Zach Greenberg, and weird stuff happens to me.
Not normal weird,
but paranormal weird. So we're keeping a top secret file on it. The Zach Files. Like the time I discovered a wormhole in a dryer. What was that? Or the time my voice escaped.
We don't know why these things happen to him, but we're keeping a file on it.
The Zach Files.
Don't miss the Zach Files today at 1:30, 12:30 Central. Part of the 13 Days of Halloween, only on Fox Family. We're back with the show on Fox Family. Now that's a treat.
Harry Leeds is the only remaining Leeds who's been to the Devil's birthplace. Now it's John's turn.
Tonight, my grandfather, Harry Leeds, is taking me and some of my friends out into the woods. We're going to be taking my friend Chris, my buddy Ryan, and my friends Danielle and Amy. And we're going out. We're going to actually take a look at the foundation of the house the Jersey Devil was born in. Guys, this is my grandfather, Harry, my Uncle Alvin.
Hi, how are you?
A lot of woods around my house where I was growing up. Not much else to do. We played in the woods all the time.
And it almost sounded like it was a baby crying.
There was like a old man kind of looking.
We always hear like weird noises in the woods.
And he saw the devil. Looked back, it wasn't there no more.
Oh my God.
You hear that? Oh, over here. I seen them bushes moving up there. Like something just hightailed out of there.
I don't know what it is, but I'm scared.
Guys, stay close. There's been some people looking up in the trees overhead, too. Come on, Rock. And he's going nuts.
Right really, in here, right in through here.
He's really spooked. Here we are at the house. The Jersey Devil was born.
And this is where it all began, 260, 70 years ago.
Probably still hangs close around here. This is where he's born. So we see him. I think where it all started. That chimney right over there is where he climbed out of. See the bricks?
I would not go down there.
So let me know if the dog's picking up anything, because if that dog starts barking, I'm getting out of here. It's the roof beam right here. See, this is where the devil was born. This is the chimney right there. That's where the Jersey Devil escaped.
Where is it?
Right there. This is all charred, like there's a fire here.
What? What'd she say? Just don't let me behind.
Look at this. Feathers from a dead bird. Look at this. Yo, this is like ripped out. Look at this. See this? This is ripped out. That doesn't fall out.
I don't like it in here.
See, look. See if you can look at that one real close. You still see
blood
blood on it. Yeah, these aren't that old. They're not even wet from when it rained. It rained like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
There's something back there. There's something back there. Doing up there? Yeah. Oh my God, there's something walking back. Yo, oh my God, you see that red thing? Yo. Hey, John, come on, dude. Where you at?
I don't know. There's still something back there. See that? Look at straight ahead.
If there's anything up there. We clearly saw that something come out of the tree, and the seasoned hunting dog was clearly disturbed by something, and it's got a real weird feeling in me when I was there. Now we should maybe leave him alone. You know, we had enough. We saw enough, and yeah, it's definitely let him live in peace now.
What happens when 4 friends spend the night in the ship they call the Gray Ghost?
There's nothing to fear. We'll be right back to the show on Fox Family.
Road Champs BXS. Great bikes, great riders. You can collect top pro riders like Dave Mira, Ryan Nyquist, and Jamie Bestwick. BXS riders move just like the pros. You can do tricks like the pros. The trick stick makes it sick. Compete on the BXS Street Competition set.
Oh, this is killer.
Race against the clock.
Oh my gosh.
Smart panels cue the pro announcer. Road Champs BXS Street Competition set. Road Champs BXS. Set and figures each sold separately.
Disney's Little Mermaid 2 Pinball Frenzy. Rated E on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
We are the court. Make way for the Queen! Let the games begin. Long live the games! Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland. Rated E on Game Boy Color.
Get into it.
Sharon Falco, serving you the way no other realtor can.
We listed with Sharon on Thursday, and she was able to sell our house by that next Friday.
I phoned Sharon's office at 10 p.m. I was surprised to find her there. We set up a meeting with her daughter for the next morning, and by noon, I had her home. From finding a home, negotiating a contract, and getting a mortgage, this is the best team in the business.
We want you as a customer for life.
Superior Bank has never had a response like the one it's received for its new Opti-Loan program. Homeowners across the country are receiving up to 90 days with no mortgage payments, up to 3 months payment protection against illness or unemployment, and can now even skip a payment if the need arises. Join with the thousands of homeowners who have already called Superior at 1-888-678-7777 and find out how Superior's new Opti-Loan program can help you.
Get ready to be spooked.
Boo!
Because Fox Family's got a ghostly double feature floating your way. With Casper, A Spirited Beginning, followed by Casper Meets Wendy. So get the family together.
It's a poltergeist party!
For a Casper double feature. Today, starting at 4/3 Central, only on Fox Family. All you ghouls gather around. We're back to the show on Fox Family.
The USS Hornet, once a mighty warship, is now retired. But are the men who fought and died on board
resting in peace? Or are they still at war with the living?
I don't know much about the Hornet. I just know that it's haunted.
I hope to find out what everybody's talking about, because there seem to be a lot of people who are absolutely sure of what they saw.
Footsteps. I've had lights go on that I've turned off already. Doors creak, chains rattle at night. There are ghosts here on the USS Hornet.
My name is Ricky, and I'm 15 years old. I want to go to the Hornet because I've heard a lot of great stories about it.
My little brother took a trip to it, and he said it was haunted. And ever since then, I've been wanting to check it out.
People working on the ship have seen ghosts.
We're going to spend the night and take a tour of the ship and see what there is to see on it.
The Hornet is a World War II aircraft carrier. What's amazing is that Hornet was under heavy attack 59 times and was never hit.
That's really big.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm curious about Jared because he's the big macho football player, and I want to know what he's going to do on the ship.
I don't know much about the Hornet. I just know that it's haunted. I'm a little afraid to spend a night on the Hornet.
And as soon as I walked on board, I felt the presence of a lot of people and a lot of activity.
I've had a few experiences aboard ship in here. There are entities aboard this ship. Strange things happen.
There's probably 30 or 40 people on this ship that have seen apparitions.
I was heading towards the door to open it, and the knob turned itself, and the door popped open.
My most pronounced experience was actually being pulled out of a bunk one night when I was sleeping aboard in here.
Have you ever seen anything or
yeah,
anything?
I've had numerous experiences here. We have a lot of people from office staff that see military personnel walking the hallways back this hallway and back in through the office spaces. This is where we've had 25 sightings of a young man in khakis.
This seems like a place where...
Yeah, this looks like a scary movie right here.
This is the actual surgery.
When I went into the operating table, and I felt really scared and just kind of depressed and sick to my stomach, and I didn't like being there at all. And it gets you scared when you're right there and you know that somebody died in that room.
This is a quarantine room.
You see anything?
No. Yes, it's dark. I can see everything. I feel Jared. What was that? What was that?
What was that?
Down in the medical bay, we saw lights in a room.
Thousands of little lights.
You see that, Jason? Against the wall?
I taped for about 20 seconds. It was just kind of above the cabinet in the space.
I was taping it. When you could see, it was like something, it was like above the metal part.
The unexplained rays of light were clearly visible to everyone on board.
Yet they did not materialize on videotape.
And you get officer's country.
For the night, Jason and I were sleeping in the lower deck, and Jay and Jared were paired together for the upper deck.
Can I get that one, Jared? This is crazy. Jared? Yeah. You hear that? It was Bob. Where? We couldn't sleep. I talked him into going back down to the medical center, and quite frankly, I don't know why I wanted to go back down there, but it's better than sitting around in the room by ourselves. There's nothing here. Where did that come from? Right. One of these doors just slammed shut, and quite frankly, it scared me half to death. I mean, this is the first time I could ever stand here and actually feel my knees shake and my voice crackle. It's amazing how many things can go through your mind at once when something like that happens.
I slept with the light on. Really? And that's how scared I was.
I'm a believer now. What about you guys?
I definitely believe this ship's haunted. No question about it now.
Even today, you'll see many former crew members here, and they really enjoy coming back to the ship in life. And I would probably have to say that that's probably true with the spirits.
Why is Ray so popular with the dead?
Don't scream. We'll be right back with the show on Fox Family. Coming up in a few minutes, Zach and his team of supernatural snoops will be tracking down the bizarre, the strange, and the unexplained in the Zach Files on Fox Family.
What's for lunch?
It's Hungry Hungry Hippos! Hungry Hungry Hippos! Hungry Hungry Hippos! Hungry Hungry Hippos! First to gobble up the most marbles wins! Hungry Hungry Hippos! We're in an eating race! Hungry Hungry Hippos!
How parents eat pizza. How you eat pizza. Chuck E. Cheese's. The real cool place to be a kid. Parents don't have to get it. They just have to help get you there.
No matter how dangerous the adventure.
Somebody prep for ER right now!
No matter how villainous the villain.
You'll be okay, sir. You're back at the ER.
He'll risk it all. Because he's back in Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge, an all-new hoppin' adventure with more mayhem, obstacles, and villains than ever before. Rated E for everyone. Frogger 2 for PlayStation game console, Sega Dreamcast, and PC CD-ROM. Windows 95 or higher.
I think we lost him.
The sun creates 4 million tons of energy per second. And for all that power to reach us here on Earth, it has to travel 93 million miles. And you know something? I don't have that much time to wait around.
Unleash the power of the sun!
Wake up! Make your bed! Are you dressed yet? Get some breakfast before you go.
Slow things down with Pillsbury Toaster Strudel. Creamy, squeeze it yourself icing. Gooey, fruity filling. And layers of light, flaky crust let you slow down when you eat up.
Hurry up! You'll miss the bus!
Part of this complete breakfast. Toaster Strudel from Pillsbury makes every bite a break.
Hey, over here! Miss me! Holy moly!
You gotta bop that mole. Holy moly, go pop back in his hole.
It's Holy Moly, the Bop the Mole in the Hole game. Bop him anytime, anywhere. You know when you get him and when you don't.
Holy moly.
Fast, the time won't last.
Holy moly, you gotta bop him fast.
Ha ha! Holy moly!
Holy moly.
Holy Moly, the electronic Bop the Mole in the Hole game. Batteries not included.
This Halloween, Fox Family gives you 13 reasons to scream. The 13 days of Halloween. With hair-raising movies and specials, including the series premieres of The Zach Files and real scary stories.
I've been hearing screams. It was very real.
Plus, see special Halloween episodes of your favorite Fox Family shows.
Ready to get haunted?
The 13 days of Halloween continues through October 31st on Fox Family. That chill you feel means we're back to the show on Fox Family.
16-year-old Ray is outgoing. He's liked by most everyone, dead and alive.
He goes into a trance.
He has some kind of a special gift.
That's probably why he can see things.
He's a Ghostbuster. I would consider myself almost a normal 16-year-old. I go to school, surf the internet, I hang out with my friends, I play sports, karate. But at night, I become the Banisher.
I call for protection, defense, and safety.
Visions would come to me unwillingly in dreams. I didn't exactly know how to control them coming or going. And then I guess it's about 3 years ago now, I was able to channel them or see them willingly, not only in my dreams, but in everyday life.
I've been at the Ritz Theater for a little over a year. As soon as he walked in, I think he was tuned into it. There are so many spirits here.
Donna had started hearing this strong breathing on the back of her neck. And I looked over, and there was a gentleman right there.
Standing in the corner, just looking at me. And then he was gone. And that's when I started running.
Things you don't understand, you're afraid of. He was a patron when there were variety shows being done on stage, and came back to the place that gave him the most joy. There are different types of spirits. I can see symbolic colors. Blues, greens, light purples are usually very good-natured. Darker reds, forms of black, dark browns are usually very angry people.
If I ever had a problem with a spirit that I didn't think that I could handle or that I thought that I was afraid of, I think I would call Ray.
The Worshings had a problem that they could not handle.
more than one.
We have both spirits, as we have said, in our house. We have the negative force and the positive force.
The Wersching's house seemed to have several different presences happening, almost like an open house for spirits.
The evil type was really what gave my wife a problem.
With all my might, I got out of that house.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn.
And I'm Chris.
And we're gonna help Ray investigate a haunted house.
I want to see a ghost.
If he's a psychic, he should feel the presence as soon as he gets into our house.
There are a lot of different ways to do what's called an exorcism or a clearing. Exorcism makes it sound like the scary movies, but it's really a clearing. Many people's houses have a presence in them that needs to be gently cleared out.
Ray, you're not leaving my side.
I'm not scared at all.
I'm ready.
All right.
You guys ready?
Yeah, dude.
Everyone recording?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all these things started happening.
Whoa. There goes Chris marking the seat out here. It's like actually someone's still sitting there.
The seat is cold, possibly occupied.
I looked out in the hall. I felt somebody was staring at me, and there was a man sitting in the chair, just looking straight ahead.
All right, I don't like the room they sleep in. Put your camera on the bed.
Mm-hmm. What's wrong?
See in the bed? Right there?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? It's more than a crease.
Yeah, it is.
Look at the pillow.
Look, there's a head.
Right.
No, check this. Look, there's something in. There's a head imprint.
I know. I just saw it.
Starting this crease here.
Right. Can you please go out?
There's something in this room because
now it's coming down here more.
Creases on bed are getting larger. It knows we're looking for it.
I was awakened by a heartbeat right behind my back. I reached behind my head, and I could feel the hair of like an animal.
24 minutes, 35 seconds into investigation. What was that knocking?
No, it's not there anymore.
Chris, where are you?
Whoa. Ray. Someone pushed me in the other room.
Okay, guys. Now I'm scared.
Something pushed me into the wall.
All sorts of things happened. Banging, footsteps going across the third floor. One day my youngest daughter said she could hear them coming down, standing right next to her door. She'd run across the porch and go to a friend's house.
The third floor has most of the activity. Everything seems to originate up there.
All right, we're going to the third floor.
Can we like go outside for a minute, please?
No, we can't.
All right, I don't really want to go to the third floor.
All right, just stay down here, bro.
Come on. May have to perform my banishment upstairs.
Look, Ray. I see shadows walking.
That way.
Ray, please.
Just, we're okay.
Look across. Please, Ray.
Yeah, get out. Go.
Ray begins the ritual that has earned him the title, the Banisher.
I am your master, you are the beast.
The words I say are acting almost as my fists.
I command you to leave, to never come back. I bind you.
Putting out the last stick of incense binds and rids the beast of the house back into its dwelling. I probably call what I have both a gift and an ability. A gift because I can see things on different planes, you could almost say. I'm able to see supernatural beings. I successfully banished the negative energy in the house. I've yet to have an unsuccessful banishment and hope that I never have an unsuccessful banishment because I don't want these things coming after me.
The banishment was successful. No supernatural activities have been reported at the house yet. These are the stories of real people from across the country who have had experiences with the unknown. If you have a story to tell, visit our website at realscarystories.com or write to us at Highland Entertainment, P.O. Box 2036, Old Chelsea Station, New York, New York 10113. Tell us your real scary story.
Hearing screams. It was
Or seeing pain. Or seeing a shadowy figure move, but no one is there. A light flickers. You feel a cold breath on your neck.
Is it your imagination? Or is it real? 1863, Virginia City, Montana. Hundreds of people are murdered in this lawless frontier town. Even the sheriff is hanged.
Chris and Jana think that Virginia City is a real ghost town because every house is haunted. Tonight, they dare each other to stay until midnight in the two most haunted places in the ghost town called Virginia City. November 2000, Syracuse, New York. 14-year-old Joe writes and directs amateur horror movies. But the movie Joe is about to make isn't fiction. In fact, what happens in his newest film is very real. Tonight, Joe directs and stars in his first real-life horror film, The 13 Curves. These are the real stories of actual encounters with the bizarre and the unknown. These are real, scary stories. In the winter, the population of Virginia City drops to about 100, if you don't count the dead.
Virginia City is definitely haunted.
Definitely, I think this town is haunted.
The majority of people that have lived here have seen ghosts.
There's been numerous sightings in Virginia City.
I'm Jana and I live in a haunted town.
The whole place is haunted.
Virginia City is kind of in the middle of nowhere. Our closest town is Bozeman, and it's like 60 miles away. So we're kind of isolated, I guess you could say. There's only about 100 people that live here during the winter, and so it kind of gets a really eerie feeling.
This whole town has a history of murder and violence, and I think that's why things are unsettled here.
Gold was discovered here May 26, 1863. With the coming of a large number of prospectors, crime was out of control.
More than a murder a day happening on the streets here.
The local citizens took the law into their own hands.
Started hanging bad guys.
Everyone that was murdered back then just kind of hangs around here.
This town seems to have spirits, I would think, in just about every building.
The Ellings House, the Bonanza Inn, the Bonanza House, the Lightning Splitter, they're all haunted.
You hear stories, it can't be disputed. There's a lot of spirits here.
The scariest place in my town is the Ellings House.
The Elling House was built by Henry Elling, the banker of town.
The story is that he killed all of his family, everyone in different rooms in a different way.
The house sat empty for 40 years. No one lived there.
For years now, all the kids in Virginia City have always seen a man standing in the very top window. We think that it's Mr. Elling.
I was talked into going into the Elling House by my older brother, and me and a friend of mine, James, went in there and explored the place. And I walked into a room, came back out, and he disappeared. So I spent half an hour in the house walking around looking for him, heard a scream, and an eerie fingernails on a chalkboard noise. Something was clawing at the walls. Finally, got to the point where I was so scared that I just huddled up in a corner and sat there and waited. And a little while later, my friend and his older brother came into the house and found me in a corner. And I have not been back in the house alone since.
It's a little creepy to be alone in the Fairweather.
2 years ago, there was a clerk working, and there was no one in the hotel. There had been no one there for a couple days, and she was sitting at the desk. All of a sudden, she heard banging in the room above her, and there was pounding on the floors, and then she heard something break. So she went upstairs, and all the sheets and blankets were torn off the bed, tables and furniture was knocked over, and there was no sign of anyone in the room whatsoever, and it was locked. Tonight, I'm daring my friend Chris to stay alone in the Elling House till midnight.
And I've dared Jana to stay in the Fairweather till midnight.
Now that this dare has been brought up, I'm a little more nervous as it's getting closer, but I'm determined to make it.
At first, Jana was afraid to be in the Fairweather Inn alone.
Then she wished she was.
There's something outside my room, and it's walking.
Ah, humbug. We've got to take a break, but we'll be right back on Fox Family.
We're here at the Tricks figure skating competition.
Wait a second, who's that?
It's me!
Whoever it is must really want to win those tricks.
Look at that raspberry red, wild berry blue, and lemony yellow combination! What a fabulous
ridiculously fruity performance.
And the judges agree.
At last, tricks are mine. He wins colorful, fruity tricks, a tasty part of a good breakfast. Mine.
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
It figures.
Do you have the skill? Do you have the speed? Do you have the coordination to be Pokemon Puzzle Master? Do you have what it takes to face your toughest opponent yet? The Wall. New Pokemon Puzzle League pits you against 16 trainers in Pokemon's biggest challenge of them all. The Wall. Can you master it? A legion of Pokemon say you can. Pokemon Puzzle League. And now on Game Boy Color, Pokemon Puzzle Challenge with new gold and silver characters. Rated E for everyone.
The 25 Days of Christmas on Fox Family continues tonight with more holiday favorites, including the story of how Jaclyn Smith and Art Carney stopped Christmas from becoming a thing of the past. The night they saved Christmas, and see how a department store Santa proves he's the real deal.
He is 100% Santa Claus.
In Miracle on 34th Street, it's a whole night of holiday specials for the entire family. And it all begins tonight at 7, 6 Central, part of the 25 Days of Christmas on Fox Family.
Deck the halls, because we're back here on Fox Family.
Chris and Jaina dared each other to stay alone in a haunted place. Whoever made it until midnight would walk away the winner. If they didn't run away.
I'm gonna go to the fair weather, dude, and you have to stay in your place. I'll bet you chicken out. We're gonna do this. Midnight. I'll meet you back here.
Okay.
Chris and I decided to each take in a flashlight, a video camera that had night vision on it, and a candle. Once we got into the building and our designated room that we were going to stay, that the candle was the only thing that we were going to have lit. No flashlights until midnight. Okay, this is it. Oh boy. It's dark.
For some reason, the second time going in this house is worse than the first. It's like something out of a horror movie.
It's so cold. Oh, this is room number 10. I know people have seen spirits here. Okay, that was creepy. Oh, okay. I'm in room 10.
This is, well, it's kind of covered up, but that's the window that Mr. Allen looks out, or his ghost looks out.
Find my candle. Says light. Okay, out with the light. I can see my breath. It's so cold.
Still in the same room, waiting for something to happen.
Okay, I'm gonna watch my candle.
I can't tell you how I'm feeling right now. Want to see something, don't want to see something.
Let's check out the ceiling in this place.
Pretty cute.
There wasn't much for them to do except wait for something to happen. Then suddenly,
the waiting was over. For Jaina.
There's something outside my room, and it's walking. Oh.
really want to see a ghost? I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That did not just happen.
Wondering if it's going to come from behind, if it's going to come through the walls, or if it's just going to appear right in front of me.
Please don't open my door. Please don't open. It's walking again.
Wouldn't mind seeing a ghost or something.
I don't hear any more noises. Okay, that was the scariest thing I've heard all night.
Kind of glad that nothing actually happened to me. Time's not up yet.
Why is the time going so slow? It's like hours. 30 seconds. I have 30 seconds.
My chair, my candle. Candle's still going.
I don't want to say it, but I just keep waiting for that doorknob to turn. That's my biggest fear right now. Seconds. 10 seconds.
Clock has struck 12.
It's midnight. I did it. It's midnight.
Take our candle with us as we end our journey.
I know something is outside that door, and I know I have to go outside that door. I don't think anything's... It's not... Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Here we go. I'm coming out. Finally getting out of the Fairweather Inn was the most relieving thing. When I heard the walking, it was really creepy. It was so close, and it was, at that point, I was ready to give up. But I had already told myself prior to going in the hotel that no matter what, I was not gonna leave. So if I had to stand there and scream all night, that's what I was gonna do, because I was gonna stay there till midnight.
Did you make it?
I made it.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm so freaked out. I was counting the seconds. Did you see a ghost?
No. Even though I didn't see a ghost, I felt like I had conquered a fear. You have a bad experience, and it's kind of like getting back on a horse after you get bucked off.
There's absolutely no doubt that there was something standing outside my door, and then I felt it leave. There's no doubt in my mind it was there.
Joe likes to write and direct his own horror films, but the horror film he's making now isn't fiction,
and he's in it.
Fix yourself some eggnog. We'll be right back on Fox Family.
Be Spider-Man. Swing from buildings. Shoot webs. Bring down the bad guys. And for the first time ever, you have all his cool spider powers.
Jim, the garbage isn't going to take itself out.
You don't just play it, you live it.
Jim?
Spider-Man the game. Rated E for everyone. From the creators of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. PlayStation.
In Japan, the art of folding paper is origami. Now experience the art of folding hair with Hairigami for beautiful folded hair fashions that will amaze you. Roll it up, And let the spring action roll your hair into the perfect bun. Just lift and fold for these new hair fashions. The 30-page Glamour Guide shows you how. It's perfect for special occasions like weddings, proms, or parties. Hairagami, the art of folding hair, yours for $14.99. Call and get a second Hairagami for double buns and more. All of today's callers also get the Snap Action Scrunchie. Ask about the new styling video and learn to make a pony heart. You get the Hairagami, a second Hairagami, the Snap Action Scrunchie, and the Glamour Guide for $14.99. You must be 18 or older to call.
To order Hairagami and the bonus items, call 1-800-393-7744 or send check or money order for $14.99 plus shipping to this address. Call 1-800-393-7744. Must be 18 or older to order.
Wow, it's getting hot.
That's not good.
No jaywalking.
Uh-oh. Spyro's back. With 4 new playable characters, bigger worlds, and more moves, things are gonna get hot. Spyro, Year of the Dragon. Can you take the heat? Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays from Fox Family.
It's the big one. Color Tile's incredible flooring sale through Saturday. Hundreds of floors at the lowest prices of the season. Free financing. Plus, as a bonus, we'll take an extra 10% off the sale price. Save on ceramic, vinyl, laminated wood floors, carpet too. And remember, buy with no payment, no interest for 1 full year. Hundreds of floors, the lowest prices of the season. Plus, take an extra 10% off the sale price through Saturday during Color Tile's incredible flooring sale.
Here we come a-carpeting this Empire holiday. Our merry half-price sale is jolly well underway. Empire comes to you, we install it next day too, and you'll have 1 whole year till your first payment is due. 1 whole year till the payment is due.
Give Empire a jingle right now, and you'll also get a special gift, free.
588-2300 Empire.
The 25 Days of Christmas on Fox Family continues all day tomorrow, Christmas Eve, with a whole day of holiday classics. You know, the ones you grew up with. Yeah! Including Rudolph's Shiny New Year, The Year Without a Santa Claus,
Well.
Jack Frost, and much, much more. It's a whole day of holiday classics for the entire family.
Great idea.
All day tomorrow, Christmas Eve. Part of the 25 Days of Christmas on Fox Family.
Your Christmas wish is granted. We're back on Fox Family.
A car accident, a dead bride, a seance.
Joe knew all of the elements of his new horror film, though none of them were under his control.
It is a dangerous stretch of road.
The old-timers, they say they are somewhat intimidated to go down on the 13 curves at night.
I know my mom gets spooked out every time she drives on it because of the legend.
The 7th curve of the 13 curves is called Dead Man's Curve.
And that's where the accident supposedly happened.
So, what's your name?
My name's Alexis.
What's your name?
Stephanie.
Okay, I'm getting ready to go out there and make a documentary about 13 curves. We're gonna head out there tonight, and we're gonna be with a psychic and have a seance.
I started making movies probably 3 years ago, and I make a lot of more like scary movies. I just got finished making a movie called Bev Rage about an evil can that came to life and like kind of killed people.
The road itself is actually Cedar Vale Road, but they just call it 13 curves because the road has 13 curves on it.
Ever since I've been a rookie, I've heard the legend of the 13 curves. The 7th curve of the 13 curves is called Dead Man's Curve.
And that's where the accident supposedly happened.
There's a legend of the area that a bride was killed on her wedding night, and it's been reported that she has been sighted on certain evenings similar to nights like tonight.
Well, I heard that that the groom was driving and that he was drunk. It was snowy outside, and he slid on some ice and ran into a tree.
The husband, I don't know if he died, but the wife did.
And both parties were killed.
But apparently she did not go on, so she still lingers on the curves and comes out looking for him.
When I was a child, about 12 years of age, I was on a trip with my parents and their friends, and we were on like the 6th or 7th curve, and my father yelled, "You're going to hit that lady," to the driver of the car, and I was sitting between my father and the driver, and I looked right up, and I saw this beautiful lady in a white gown, veil, everything, and she just kind of like floated right through the car. When the ghost bride came through to the car, as she came through, you could feel a coolness.
Well, the reason you feel cold sometimes when there's a spirit around is because they use energy to move. So since they're depleting the heat, it feels colder where they are.
You could feel her presence. You had enough time to know that there was somebody there.
When we first got into the car, it was pretty amazing. The car was a 1941 DeSoto. It was all black, and it looked pretty creepy, I think. Do you think this car is going to help attract the ghost?
I hope so, because it's the car they were driving when they got into the car crash.
Right now we're headed to the 7th curve. Are you guys scared at all?
I'm getting there, yes. And it's sort of nerve-wracking because of everything goes.
I'm not sure if I believe in all the seance stuff, and I don't know anyone who's ever been to one. I'm kind of excited to see how one goes.
This is where it happened. It was the 7th curve. Of course, in those days, there was no guardrail here.
All right, so what are you feeling right now?
Well, just there's a sense of a lot of energy building up in the area in the woods behind us.
Have there been any sightings around here?
Oh, yeah. Quite a few. In fact, God, over in the last 30 years, I've probably talked to 40 or 50 people that have seen the woman. Okay, before we begin, I just want to explain first off that because we're dealing with a spirit, there's no voice box, there's no physical body. So when you hear something, you'll hear it telepathically. You'll hear it in your head like your own voice when you talk to yourself. So it's very important if you hear something, it's possible the rest of us may not hear it. So it's important that you just say to us, "I just heard someone say something." Okay, what we're going to do is join hands and concentrate on opening your energy to any spirit or any entity that may be around and maybe looking for someone to help.
It just got colder.
Notice the same thing.
I kind of feel something. Like.
I feel like getting colder. It's getting very cold.
Yes.
It feels like it's in the center of us. Conversation going in my head, and I heard a woman say, "Why are you here?" I said, "We were here to help." I asked her if she could remember any time that anything happened to her that she might have died. So then all of a sudden I heard the word accident very loudly. And just hear a woman. I just heard someone yell, "Help."
The time for a break, but we'll be right back on Fox Family.
A Fox Family original movie. I'm gonna have a son. They were expecting an adopted baby for Christmas. Instead, they got him.
He's my new brother.
No. Andy Dick is the Yuletide guest that won't go away.
Merry Christmas!
in Special Delivery, a Fox Family original movie. Today at 4, 3 Central on Fox Family.
I don't think you know what you're doing. You need a parachute. That's a backpack.
Oh, all right. Kazooie? Oh.
Banjo and Kazooie have disconnected, now working individually and as a team to tackle their biggest adventure yet, Banjo-Tooie. Rated E for everyone. Just remember, bears still need a bird to fly.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ben.
Ben who?
Ben playing the phonics game, and now I love to read.
Mom, will you get me the phonics game?
The phonics game is a fast, fun way to learn the rules of phonics and spelling. It's a fresh start for children who have missed out on learning to read well. They are discouraged and intimidated by books. But a game, it's a whole new approach to phonics.
I was having trouble reading at school, but my sister got me the phonics game, and now I like to read.
I knew that the phonics game had given her confidence when her teacher told me that she had volunteered to read out loud in class.
Phonics game has helped many of the children in my first grade class. It's great for building self-esteem.
My reading grades were F's, but now they're A's.
I like playing the phonics game because it's really fun.
I can read better and better because in big words I can sound them out. My favorite word to read is philanthropic.
Your children can play their way to better grades this summer, and you don't need any special training to help them. Just play a few times a week. It's all in the game.
People kept laughing at me because I couldn't read.
Once I purchased the phonics game, I really did notice a difference in my son's reading. He has much more confidence now in reading and school, and now he's just so happy.
I'm really glad that my mom got me the phonics game.
As a working mom, it's really hard to find the time to educate your children, and the phonics game has allowed us to have that quality time together and have fun at the same time.
The phonics game is so effective. We promise 1 full letter grade improvement in reading or spelling on your child's next report card, or your money back. Wouldn't you do anything to help your child?
Call 1-800-897-5725. Must be 18 or older to call.
Forget visions of sugar plums. We're back to the show on Fox Family.
I kind of felt like there was another presence in the car.
It was weird because it felt like she was sitting in the middle of us, trying to get each and every one of ours attention.
Something definitely happened. It might have been a spirit. Did you feel anything?
I felt a lot of stuff. I felt when the cold was coming in, my hands got really numb, and then when it left, my hands were like normal.
It could have been just the wind, but I think whatever came in the car was definitely weird, and I didn't like it.
These are the stories of real people from across the country who have had experiences with the unknown. If you have a story to tell, visit our website at realscarystories.com or write to us at Highland Entertainment, P.O. Box 2036, Old Chelsea Station, New York, New York, 10113. Tell us your real scary story.
Imagine hearing an odd sound that can't be explained, or seeing a shadowy figure move, but no one is there. A light flickers. You feel a cold breath on your neck.
Is it your imagination, or is it real?
But no one is there. A light flickers.
You feel a cold breath on your neck. Is it your imagination, or is it real? December 1931, Gurdon, Arkansas. A railroad foreman is attacked and killed on an
isolated train track. Soon after, a phantom light appears in the vicinity.
Many believe it is the dead man in his lantern. Tonight, a group of teens follow the tracks of the murdered man
to see who or what is the source of Gurdon's light.
December 2000, Montevallo, Alabama. Sarah is a high school senior.
She has a lot of decisions to make when choosing a college. But when she visits
the University of Montevallo, she's confronted with a problem that most students never have to deal with. Can she share a room with a ghost? These are the real stories of actual encounters with the bizarre and the unknown.
These are real,
scary stories. Bo and Josh had heard about the decapitated man who walks along the railroad tracks carrying a glowing lantern. At first, they weren't sure if the story was true.
Then they saw the light.
If you want to really experience life in Gurdon, you can't not make a visit to the light.
I think it's a ghost, honestly.
But I've just heard it's a guy. He's out here looking for his head. His head got cut off.
All I've really heard about the Gurdon Light is most everybody that's gone out there has seen it.
I know what we saw. I know we saw a ghost.
Apparently, it's a pretty freaky light because everybody geeks out and takes off running.
But the fact remains that there is something there. I've seen it all my life, and I don't have an explanation for it.
My name is Bo. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm 19 years old. I'm here to see the Gurdon Light. I'm kind of skeptical, you know.
Gurdon was founded in 1880 as a railroad community.
Gurdon is a very, very small town.
As in a lot of small towns, and so you have one or two things that you do for entertainment. Those of us who are natives of Gurdon got to lead quite a few expeditions out to see the light.
Something that's very comforting is I've got my friend Josh coming with me.
Let's come in our Escalades, bro.
Let's do it. Josh is a great guy. We've been friends for a while, since probably the 10th grade, and we just graduated last year. We've also got some new friends, 2 girls from Gurdon coming with us, as well as Brandon.
When we hear Gurdon, we hear the Gurdon Light. Yeah. That's all we hear about.
What's going on?
All the story is it's supposed to be a ghost out there looking for his head, and the light apparently the light is his lantern that he's looking with.
Yeah. You guys are all nervous and you've already seen it. See, that's what makes me nervous. You guys make me nervous. But we're nervous together. If we scream more than you guys, it'd be all right. I don't think we're less men. Just it's cool. All right. We're ready. We're a little nervous. We're tough that way.
A lot of the legend of the light relates to the murder of Mr. McLean.
Back in 1931, William McLean was murdered on the track where everyone sees the Gurdon Light.
Allegedly, he was killed by another member of the railroad crew.
William McLean and one of his workers were out one night by themselves and they were having a quarrel.
There's no particular love between the guys anyway to begin with.
Him and William got into a big argument and he picked up a spike maul and knocked his head off.
That's a historical fact, the murder of the track foreman.
Everyone knows that is the ghost of William McLean because right after his death, not 2 months later, the light appeared, and it sways back and forth, so everyone thinks it's a lantern for him looking for his head.
A research team from Henderson State University came down some years ago.
There was a group of adult teachers out there, and several of the teachers actually got quite frightened because of the light.
As far as explaining it, scientifically or philosophically or any way, I cannot explain this phenomenon, this light.
Sometimes it appears to move towards you. Sometimes it appears to move away from you.
My experiences with the light growing up, that it's something that actually thinks and that actually has the capacity to interact with people and with things around it.
You know, I've seen a little bit in my time, but I didn't believe in so-called spirits or ghosts. I came out with a couple of local people.
Okay, we're waiting for the light. She saw it way down there.
So I get all ready. I'm trying to capture this on videotape. And just before it started to get dark, we looked over. There it goes.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Look, There he is. There he is. He's right there. Do you see him?
I saw him. I saw an arm.
There was a puff of light, and then there was a man standing right there.
I saw his arm and everything.
So I pointed the camera over to try to get something, and it was just kind of, I don't know, it was weird. The air seemed thicker or something. It was like this haze was right there, and I pointed, and you could see more of an apparition with your naked eye.
Calm down.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Oh man, I better see the ghost. I'm gonna be a little bit upset, you know. So if I'm out there, ghost better be out there.
I contacted the Caddo Valley Railroad Company. I made sure that they closed the tracks so no trains will be running tonight.
I think I'm way ready. I'm way ready to challenge this ghost. When Bo and Josh searched for Gurdon's light, the Black Knight didn't scare them. What stepped out of it did.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! No, 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 no! We'll be right back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Stop it! He's got my purse!
And honeycomb.
Honeycomb? That honey sweet crunch can't get past me. Me want honeycomb. Ooh, let me at him. Nice grab. Wow, clear it, Dad. Watch your feet. Why you want You're going down, baby. Wait. Whoa, gotcha.
Honeycomb cereal is part of this good breakfast.
My purse?
The new Heinz Easy Squirt ketchup has a nozzle that makes it easy to draw. On food! Heinz Easy Squirt. It's fun for your food.
It's only fresh powder if you're the first one on the mountain. Cool Borders 2001. Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation. Danimals? But we're all out.
Danimals to the rescue!
What?
Delicious!
You can get your hands on Danimals anytime.
Because in the Danimals Kingdom, kids rule.
6.0 and 6.0. New AOL version 6.0. We have not gone. Welcome. New movies and music. Well, movie ball.
It's like a friend just pops in to say hi.
My buddy list is huge. I have like 80.
Email rocks. Welcome. You've got mail. You've got goodbye.
Hey, I'm Melinda Sward, and this is High School Countdown. We're cruising from high school to high school, counting down the hottest videos. Plus, checking out who's hot.
Ricky Martin, we love you!
Fox Family High School Countdown.
Premieres next Saturday at 10:30, 9:30 Central on Fox Family.
We're back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Josh and Bo wanted to see Gurdon's light because they wanted the experience of feeling real
live fear. They were about to get their chance.
I guess, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but
That doesn't matter.
try to be brave. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm ready, it's coming. I don't know exactly what's going to be out there, but it kind of freaks me out.
The element of fear is such a rush, you know. Scary movies do it, but there's nothing like live, you know, being there yourself.
It's about being in that moment, getting scared. It's a rush. Yeah, I think it's... Let's try to stick together. I think that would be best. You glad we did this, or?
Mm-hmm, you betcha.
Well, glad you're so excited. I'm a little nervous, man.
I knew you would be, Josh. That's why I brought you.
I don't know.
I'm feeling it, dude. I'm already feeling the effects.
My nerves are going crazy right now, man.
I think I'm all right so far.
How are you guys?
I think I'm
Just fine. We're just can't wait to get down.
Guess it's just me and Bo, me and the new guys and all. But we're nervous. We're back to that truck.
Here's the bad boy. Hang on.
Turn your lights off. Turn your lights off. I think I see something.
After 2 hours of following the tracks without a sighting, Bo tries to make McLean's ghost materialize.
The legend goes that you can tap on the tracks with a rock. And then it's like you'll hear it. It's like you'll hear the vibrations down there, and it'll appear.
There it is. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm not sure what I saw.
It swings. It's like a swinging thing.
Yeah.
It's like his lantern just swings across the tracks. It just like floats. And it was like every time we do that, the light would just, it would come at us almost. It would just appear. It would flicker like it was mad or something, like it knew we had something it wanted. I don't know. I guess I'm just scared because I'm afraid it's going to get closer.
I wanted to get closer.
Oh wow, it was huge.
It's here.
Oh, there it goes again.
I see it down there. Makes me want to go after it.
I mean, we wanted the full effect, so we decided to head out by ourselves.
I think me and Bo are going to try to get a little bit closer.
Totally.
Are you sure you want to go, Bo?
Don't. Absolutely. Loud.
Come back, guys.
We're back here.
Yeah. Be careful, guys.
Appreciate that.
All right,
guys. See you later.
See you. Wait for it.
Yeah. Wait for it. Wait up, bro.
Careful, guys.
There it was. Did you see that? This is it. Now that was big. God. Oh, that's wild. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No.
That's like, it's gotta be. It's like, it gotta be.
We hear stuff in the woods, whether it's animals, ghosts, whatever. I have no idea. It doesn't matter. Well, I can't see it, so it's, you know, it's all the same. It all leads into the same scare.
It's like it can feel us, and we had this strange feeling, the both of us, as we were walking towards the light. It was strange. We were scared. Each time we'd get closer almost, but then again, it would like run away too. It didn't want us to get too close to it. It's like it didn't want us to discover what it was.
The light seemed to move further away from the boys as they followed it down the tracks.
But in reality, it wasn't moving away at all.
Don't freak me out. I don't know. It's just...
What he said happened is a big ball of light shot at him. Better him than me. It might as well happen to me because he really scared, you know, the mess out of me as well.
I agree. We've seen a lot. We've seen enough.
Let's go back.
Who knows? Let's do it.
I knew I saw something down there.
I know. There are things out there we can't explain. Things that happen that people just have no, you don't know what it is. You don't know what's going on. So, I mean, yeah, I guess I've come to think of it as a ghost now. Because what in the heck else could it be? Seriously.
When Sarah visited her friend's college dorm, she thought she'd learn how college kids live.
Instead, she learned how one died.
Don't be frightened. Real Scary Stories will be right back on Fox Family.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
Pizza Bagel Bites. Real pizza on wholesome little bagels, so you can eat all you want whenever you want.
Anytime's the right time. Pizza going down is so fine. So fine, so fine, so fine. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
Pizza Bagel Bites. Whenever you want them.
in a place she wasn't welcome.
What's she doing? Two-stepping?
She had given up on her dream.
How you get your leg to twist like that? I used to dance. It's really not a big deal.
I think it is. Until she met someone. Maybe you want to hook up sometime? Work on your moves? Who wouldn't give up on her.
It's just so hard.
That's how you were born to do it.
No, I'm cool enough.
Save the Last Dance.
You're almost there.
Rated PG-13. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
Oh, monsieur. Voila.
Snails. I wish they had peanut butter crunch. Captain Crunch.
I'll take it from here, Pierre. Crunchitize! Welcome to Shake Crunch.
Wow!
Crack open the menu.
Peanut butter crunch.
Excellent choice. My Peanut Butter Crunch cereal is a peanut buttery part of this balanced breakfast.
Crunchitize me, mon capitaine.
Say what? Get ready to rip up the floorboards. Music Choice on stage with Squirrel Nut Zippers. Groove to their ever-evolving hybrid stew of jazz, blues, and rock. Don't miss this knockout performance, featuring cuts from their new release, Bedlam Ballroom, as well as old favorites. Only from Music Choice on stage.
Well, it all checks out, my friend. You've just entered the age of broadband with AT&T digital phone service. Couldn't hit the net because your sister's yapping on the phone? Couldn't call your buddies because your dad's faxing all the time. Thing of the past.
Call now for AT&T digital phone service, and you'll get 1 free month of local phone service. Installation is free.
We're talking digital.
Did you say something?
Which part did you miss?
AT&T digital phone service. Call today.
I'm Zach Greenberg, and weird stuff happens to me. Not normal weird, but paranormal weird. So we're keeping a top secret file on it. The Zach Files. Like the time I discovered a wormhole in a dryer. What was that? Or the time my voice escaped. We don't know why these things happen to him, but we're keeping a file on it. The Zach Files.
Monday, catch 4 back-to-back episodes of The Zach Files, starting at 12:30, 11:30 Central on Fox Family. Don't scream, Real Scary Stories is back on Fox Family.
When Sarah went to visit her friend at college, she liked the campus and she liked the other students. But there was
one thing she thought she might have a hard time getting used to. The ghost down the hall.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a senior in high school in Helena, Alabama. One of my best friends from high school started at the University of Montevallo this year. When I went there, I expected to hear about the school, basically, and about the campus life and living in dorms and such. But what I found out was something I did not expect at all. I found out the dorm I was staying in was haunted. My mom dropped me off that day at Crystal's dorm, which is the main hall. Be careful. The building was huge, and it looks like a haunted house. It's very creepy.
Hey, girl. How you doing?
She got to telling me about a ghost,
Condi Cunningham,
named Connie Cunningham, that haunts Montevallo's campus.
In 1908, she and her roommate were cooking some fudge in their room late one night, which was forbidden by the house mother.
The house mother gave them the word they had to turn out the lights and go to bed.
They probably had a chafing dish at the time. It was fueled by alcohol. So they were hurrying, and in their scuffle, they knocked a bottle of alcohol over.
Town caught fire.
And it caught on fire and started burning quite a bit.
She then ran screaming through the halls and burned to death.
That's natural instinct, is when your clothes catch on fire is to run. And all running does is fan the flame. So the last thing you want to do is run.
As we were walking up to her room, she began to tell me about some weird things that had happened to her while she's been living here.
My alarm clock went off, and I woke up. I looked, and I saw my door was open. You know, I didn't see the doorknob twist or anything.
When the door was like halfway open, I realized that there was nobody on either side of it.
We can be sitting on our bed, nobody's around, and all of a sudden,
Our computer will just come on. It wasn't just Crystal's room, but the whole dorm was haunted by a ghost named Condi.
I heard just footsteps, just somebody just walking out hard. And it's not like it was just soft footsteps, hard footsteps, like somebody was running or something.
Getting ready to go out, and I believe I was in the bathroom part, doing my makeup and getting ready, and Melissa said, come here and look at this. I came out and I said, what are you talking about? We waited for a second, and the rug sort of ruffled. It waved.
As if maybe like air had come under it, but the air was off.
The air was off. There was no way the air could have gotten
Doors
under
were shut, windows were shut. No way it could have been a draft, but you kind of had this cold, shuddery feeling run through you.
When I went into the shower, I was not thinking about ghosts or spirits or anything of that matter. It was a normal day. Well, while I was in there, I heard the heavy bathroom door come open. And then I heard some footsteps go all the way from the bathroom door to the end of the bathroom where there's a stall. I heard the bathroom stall door close, and then I heard a terrible, horrible scream. It sounded like somebody had been surprised and then hurt. It was an agonized, terrified scream. And so I walked to the last stall, and I opened the door and saw that I was completely alone. When I heard the scream, it just echoed. I mean, it was very, very loud. And there was no way that it could have been just somebody's radio or anything, because in the summer there's nobody here. And I was completely alone in that bathroom.
People weren't just hearing Connie, they were seeing her.
Something just woke me up. And there was this girl in a white nightgown. I thought it was my roommate because my glasses were on the nightstand, so I couldn't really see, and I kept screaming my roommate's name. And when I reached over on my nightstand to get my glasses, my roommate was in her bed. And so I started screaming my roommate's name even louder, and right as she sat up and opened her eyes, she caught a brief glimpse of Condi, and she disappeared right before her eyes. I was so scared of that room that I moved out, thinking that if I moved, I wouldn't have to worry about her coming back to visit us again. We moved from the second floor to the third floor. I opened my eyes to look at the clock, and she was in front of me, eye level with me on the top bunk, like she was floating. As I was looking at her, she backed up away from me and started motioning for me to come there. She just took her finger and did like this. The second time, I was scared, but it wasn't as big of a surprise to me just because I knew that she roamed the hall.
I thought I'd heard just about enough, and then they told me about the door.
The story goes that shortly after Condi's death, a figure appeared on her door of a face, and that face was a girl with her hair on fire, screaming.
See, the eyes are like, they were really wide.
And all around the face, there are flames.
Like sticking up, like her hair's on fire, and she's like...
The door has been changed at least 3 times. Her face would always reappear into the wooden doors.
Finally, a few years ago, we removed the door and put it in an attic storage area, and it's been there ever since.
I managed to take my camera with me, luckily, because I wanted to see if anything was going to happen. When we were at the bottom of the steps, I didn't know what to expect.
I'm shaking. We only got one more floor to go. She was at the floor.
I got these butterflies in my stomach, like something was going to happen, or I was about to see something that was just really scary. It was like she was there. I mean, she was in the door. I don't know how to explain it. I think Condi was probably in there watching over us. I don't think Condi's here to scare anybody off. She's sort of trapped here. I mean, she didn't get to fulfill all her teenage years, so she wants to see how everybody else is fulfilling theirs.
We'll be right back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Coming up in a few minutes, they investigate everything from the abnormal to the paranormal on the Zach Files here on Fox Family.
fresh air, green trees, and Cookie Crisp. Cookies for breakfast?
Can we reach Rob?
Not in my neck of the woods. Oh, yeah? With Cookie Crisp cereal, you get a big chocolate chip cookie taste. Fresh air, green trees, and chocolate chip cookies for breakfast.
All right!
Chocolatey tasting Cookie Crisp, the part of a good breakfast that's got everyone howling. Cookie Crisp!
The one with the big chocolate chip cookie taste.
Oh yeah, because it's all about FoxKids.com and it's always on. There's a place where you can go. You love the games and the Tuesday show. Pick your mouse and join the fun. It's always there.
It's always on!
You can win big or make a new friend. So much to do that there's no end. Hang out with us because it's all good in our virtual neighborhood.
It's always on! FoxKids.com!
Kraft macaroni and cheese!
It's a cheesy ceremony. Let's shake, rattle, and roll-on-y.
While C-Rex does the limboni.
Let's grab cheesy macaroni. Because when the cheese starts flowing,
Get your noodle going.
So take a cheesy locomotive.
Do a good time marathoni.
Shout hooray, pepperoni. Hip, hipperoni. Because when the cheese starts flowing, let's get your noodle going.
Danimals? But we're all out. Danimals to the rescue!
What?
Fruity-licious.
You can get your hands on Danimals anytime.
Because in the Danimals Kingdom, kids rule.
Get to know the freaks and geeks.
Oh, no!
With a 7-hour marathon featuring the best of freaks and geeks.
You don't think anyone understands. I do.
18, I just don't know what to say.
Man, I hate high school.
The Freaks and Geeks Marathon featuring never-before-seen outtakes.
I got a pager going off. Excuse me, 1 second.
Today beginning at 4/3 Central only on Fox Family.
We're back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
As Sarah continued her search for the right college, she asked herself one question.
Could she live with someone who wasn't living?
It would be very weird just living with somebody that's on the other side, kind of a supernatural being. I mean, you can't just refer to her as a ghost like it's nothing, because it's definitely something.
It's just scary because you don't exactly know what to expect, and you don't really know what's causing it all.
She stays in this building. She lives in this building. So I think that if it's not just her trying to keep Maine safe, that it's her having unfinished business and her spirit just cannot get out of the building.
Being in the presence of something supernatural and knowing that you're in the presence of something completely unexplainable and phenomenal is something that you never forget.
You get to live with someone that's not living, kind of like another roommate.
These are the stories of real people from across the country who have had experiences with the unknown. If you have a story to tell, visit our website at realscarystories.com or write to us at Highland Entertainment, P.O. Box 2036, Old Chelsea Station, New York, New York, 10113. Tell us your real scary story.
But no one is there. A light flickers. You feel a cold breath on your neck.
Is it your imagination, or is it real? (1867), Alton, Illinois. Henry McPike builds a mansion. More than 100 years later, 4 teens explore its remains, trying to discover why it has become
known as the most haunted building in Alton. 2000, Six Rivers, California. There are many living things in this remote forest. Richie and his 3 friends
drove 14 hours in a cramped truck to see just one. The one who made these tracks. The one known as Bigfoot.
2000, Del Norte County, California. Deep in the woods stands a house known as Major Moore's.
Many people believe the house is haunted. For 19-year-old Diane, it's much more personal. Whomever haunts it seems to know her.
These are the real stories of actual encounters with the bizarre and the unknown. These are real,
scary stories. In a town known for its oddities, in order to be declared the most haunted, a place would really have to stand out.
After their visit to the McPike Mansion, Drew and his friends also wanted to stand out.
Outside.
I'm Drew. I'm from Alton, Illinois. Alton is known for some really strange things. The world's tallest man, Pius Auberg, one of the oldest, most spookiest mansions, and also supposedly the most haunted. Everybody in Alton has heard of the McPike Mansion. We all decided to go up and have a look for ourselves. Last night, me, my brother, and two friends, Chelsea and Cassie, decided to do the McPike Mansion. We showed up with a camera, a Polaroid flashlight, and a walkie-talkie.
McPike Mansion really looks like the most frightening house in Alton, Illinois.
We had heard about it and we had seen it from the streets, but we've never really seen the inside of it.
When you go ghost hunting, we recommend that you take a camera. What you may not be seeing with your eye will show up on film.
McPike Mansion was built in 1869. Last McPike to live in the house was 1936. The last time anybody lived in the house was 1950.
There's a lot of paranormal activity in this house. It is one of the most haunted places I've ever been.
From all the stories that I've heard, I certainly wouldn't live in there.
About 6 weeks after we bought the house, I came up here and saw a man standing in the window.
The cellar was supposed to be the most haunted because there was this ghost, Sarah, that was supposed to be down there.
A lot of things happened in the cellar. My friend Flo and I were in there one day, and she said to me, "Do you see this lady at the top of the stairs?" And I said, "Well, no, I don't really see her, but ask if her name is Sarah." So she said, "Is your name Sarah?" And as she said that, a light about almost a foot wide went up the wall at the top of the stairs, and I did see that.
The cellar in the McPike Mansion definitely has paranormal activity going on. I've had a variety of experiences in the cellar at different times that I've been investigating there.
Oh, big time, miss. Big time. It looks like smoke curling around right in front of my lens. This room was totally clear when we left it just a few minutes ago.
Our plan for the house was simple. In order to decide who would get what floor, we just drew straws.
Whoever gets the shortest goes down to the bottom of the cellar.
No one wanted the cellar, and there was not very many people that wanted the attic either.
Next shortest, first floor. Second shortest, second floor. And the biggest gets the attic.
Chelsea got the first floor, I got the second, and my brother got the attic. Cassie got the smallest straw, which sent her to the cellar.
Nobody's been in this house for 50 years.
Okay, walking down the steps to the cellar. Getting really freaked out already. Nothing's gonna happen. Not hearing or seeing anything. It's just freaking me out that I'm down here. Shows what a wuss I am.
Right now, I'm in a room, and it's really messed up, and really, it's kind of creepy.
The time inside the house was nerve-wracking. There's no lighting, there's no heating. The floors are rotten to the core, and all the windows are blasted out. When you're in that house, you just feel different. Everything just seems different. You think different.
Dude, I think I see something.
You want me up there? Colin?
Yeah, get up here now.
What are we looking at, man?
I can see it.
See what?
There's a big old black blotch right there, and it's moving. Can you see it over there?
I don't know what you're looking at, Colin. I don't see it.
Oh my gosh, I'm hearing something.
Yeah, well, we can see something.
Cassie was hearing someone talk to her, but it wasn't any of us. And she called up for Chelsea to come down.
Chelsea quickly learned not to eavesdrop on disembodied voices.
I heard something, Chelsea. I heard it. Just hang on. Shh. Shh. Listen. Just listen. Go.
I went downstairs to try and figure what was going on. By the time I got there, the girls were in absolute panic.
I heard something on the first landing of the basement like 3 times. And then on the 4th time, we heard something like metal hit the wall, and we ran out there. And I got a picture of it like the 2nd time we heard it.
I have a picture, and it looks like I have little green dots. I don't know.
Like orbs.
Yeah. Back by the basement stairs, it sounded like someone was like whispering to me or something.
Is it a guy or a girl?
It sounded like a girl. I'm pretty glad that I got stuck with the cellar. If I wouldn't have gotten the cellar, I probably wouldn't have been as positive as I am about the house being haunted.
Haunted, no questions. I have pictures to prove it.
I didn't believe in ghosts before I entered the house. Now I'm not so sure.
I would definitely say that McPike Mansion is a haunted place.
Richie and his friends were about to learn that if Bigfoot really is the missing link.
More than anything, he wants to stay missing.
We'll be right back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Y'all ready for this? The producers of Air Bud would like you to meet Jack, the rookie player who's driving everyone bananas. MVP, Most Valuable Primate, rated PG.
Now available on videocassette and DVD.
Stuff? Hostess!
Ronald and me washing the car. Impressive!
Now for some suds.
Where to, boss?
Fellas, I said suds, not spuds.
Hey, back to the couch.
Couch potatoes.
Ronald and me, how cool would that be? Buzz Lightyear of Star Command and the most powerful starship. Make that second most powerful.
Now every McDonald's Happy Meal has one Buzz Lightyear rocket toy. You can collect and connect.
Okay, getting dizzy.
We all want the same thing. Clear skin, and clear skin. Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Wash cleanses deep down into pores to get rid of acne and helps prevent future breakouts. The #1 acne-fighting cleanser. Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Wash.
A new life. An old dream.
Gonna work on your moves.
Now, one more chance.
You can do this.
To make it come true.
Now show me some attitude.
Save the Last Dance.
Thank you for the dance.
Rated PG-13. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
What do girls want? What do girls need? An entire day with Mary-Kate and Ashley on Fox Family.
Are you kidding?
It's the Mary-Kate and Ashley Marathon.
I'm liking this.
Loaded with the things girls want. Shopping.
Boys. What can I say? We're teenagers. Life is good.
Don't miss the Mary-Kate and Ashley Marathon. Tomorrow starting at 11:10 Central, only on Fox Family. It's what girls want.
We're back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Richie and his friends thought that it would be exciting to search for Bigfoot,
What they did not realize was that Bigfoot may have felt the same way about searching for them.
There were screams in the woods, and they were just really scared.
I can't imagine an animal or a person making that sound.
I've had my experience in the woods. What I heard that night did not correspond with any known living animal.
We started running. Something was following us. I just wanted to get back to camp. Just get out of there.
My name's Richie. I'm 17 years old, and I go to East Bakersfield High School. I first heard about Bigfoot when I got into high school and I met my band director. He turned out to be quite the Bigfoot enthusiast.
I do believe Bigfoot exists because of the amount of evidence that is out there.
Mr. Birdall told us his views on Bigfoot from what he's read or what he's heard and from his past Bigfoot expeditions that he's taken.
I use sounds that have been recovered in the wilderness that are unexplained. We play those on a broadcast system up in the wilderness, hoping for a call back from Bigfoot.
The screech was what got me. It just gave me the chills. When Mr. Birdall took some of the other students to the lake, they heard the calls that were like what they were broadcasting. They sounded alike, and it terrified everyone out there. They came back believing that that was Bigfoot.
This weekend, with my girlfriend Veronica, my friends Robert and Victoria, and my band director, Mr. Birdall, we're going up to Northern California and we're going to be camping Six Rivers National Forest. Our main objective would be to look for Bigfoot. I'm hoping that we do hear something, and if we're lucky enough, see something and catch it on videotape. And if that happens, it'll be so awesome.
There are hundreds and hundreds of sightings.
It was in November of '93, and we were hiking down in Klamath. There was a creature peering around this fallen log, and I sat there and stared at it for about 10, 15 seconds, and it was gone.
And then it peered its head out from behind that tree, and it was watching my wife and my children. Even though I'm 6'9", 280 pounds, this thing would have crumpled me up and thrown me away.
Something out there is leaving footprints.
Don't be frightened. Real Scary Stories will be right back on Fox Family.
You voted, we counted, and Sonny wins.
All right!
Or not. Your vote showed Sonny how much you love the chocolatey taste of Cocoa Puffs, a delicious part of a good breakfast.
We love chocolate!
And just like he promised, Sonny's made chocolate money. 6 pieces of Sonny Money chocolate candy coins are yours free in special boxes of Cocoa Puffs.
And that makes everyone a winner! Danny, time for practice. No time for a snack? This is a job for Danimals drinkable yogurt. Strawberry explosion.
Cherry clear.
Rockin' raspberry. Fruity delicious.
When you need a snack fast,
15 seconds.
you can drink Fruitylicious Danimals drinkable yogurt.
2, 1. Danny.
Danimals drinkable yogurt. Fruity, fun, and fair.
In a new world,
Cool outfit. Slamming outfit. Oh.
the only way to fit in
Sorry.
is to be yourself.
Hip-hop is like an attitude. You can do it.
Thank you for the dance.
Save the Last Dance. Rated PG-13. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
Oh no, don't give in! We're almost there!
Hurry, Terry!
Sharon Falco, bringing families to the dream.
Sharon really lived up to her reputation. She sold our home in 4 days, and we got top dollar for it, so we're really happy.
We were talking to Sharon about putting our home on the market, and before we knew it, Sharon had brought in a buyer, and we sold our house in a day.
First time we've had any experience with Sharon and her staff, and it was the best experience that we've had buying a house.
Sharon Falco, bringing families to the dream.
It's the final weekend of our biggest package sale ever at Value City Furniture. Get this 3-piece Italian leather living room package for just $1,199. Or this 2-piece living room package for just $599. A 4-piece bedroom for just $399. A farmhouse dinette for $299.
Or an oak finish curio cabinet for just $99. For super savings and 90 days same as cash, hurry to the final weekend of the biggest package sale ever at Value City Furniture. You just can't do any better.
Who hooks you up with the hottest music?
It's gotta be Fox Family.
Now we're hooking you up with a day of Grammy nominees.
Check it out.
NSYNC. Destiny's Child.
Hey, you at? Where you at? Come on.
98 Degrees. Cisco. Britney Spears. The Monday Music Marathon, President's Day, February 19th on Fox Family. Don't Scream, Real Scary Stories is back on Fox Family.
Richie and his friends traveled 14 hours to a U.S. forest
where there have been a record number of Bigfoot sightings. They too would set a record. Shortest visit.
We got here really late. The forest was looking pretty spooky. We set up camp.
And we decided to go set some bait traps. See if we can get some type of footprints, any impressions of Bigfoot.
We got the CD player and the big speaker ready and set up everything to broadcast.
Here we go, broadcast number 1.
We started sending out signals from camp. And that kind of freaked me out because it'd be kind of like luring the Bigfoot to our camp.
For 2 hours and 14 minutes, the group broadcast the odd-sounding call
into a forest they feared might be empty. After 2 hours and 15 minutes, they wished it was empty.
In a house, you have walls that, you know, you can at least hide behind and they protect you. But in the woods, it's open. It was like right over here. We passed the truck and then we heard another branch.
You try to explain to yourself what it could have been, and then you start looking around. It's just the fear inside you. You want to find out what it was. You want to be able to see what's making the noise.
It's possible to be sitting in the woods in some places, and there could be 500 Sasquatch within 500 yards of you, and you would never necessarily know it.
We decided to go look for the bait, you know, see if there was any type of tracks, anything we could find.
A lot of tree breaking. It sounded pretty close.
The howls are coming from one side of the stream, and then from the other side we're getting branches breaking and rocks.
It was scary. I don't even really feel like talking about it again. There was something out there that didn't want us there. I've been scared before, but never like that. It was a scared almost where you can't move. After breakfast, we went to go look for our bait, see if we got any evidence.
We came straight up here, look at our footprints already.
The bait was gone.
Richie kind of took the lead, and he found something else.
The deepest impression was probably on the big toe and what seemed to be the middle toe.
There are hundreds of tracks that have been recovered, complete with dermal ridges on the toes. You can't fake a dermal ridge. That's the same as a fingerprint.
After I seen and heard all the stuff that I did, there's no doubt in my mind. Bigfoot is out here.
Some people go into a haunted house hoping to see their first ghost.
Diane hopes to see her last.
I think the balls of light were following me.
We'll be right back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Coming up in a few minutes, they investigate everything from the abnormal to the paranormal on the Zach Files here on Fox Family.
They it. Girls and guys get breakouts other places than their face. Neutrogena Body Clear Body Wash's foaming lather gives you clear skin from head to toe. Loaded with an acne-fighting ingredient to help treat, even help prevent breakouts. Neutrogena Body Clear Body Wash.
Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
Pizza Bagel Bites. Real pizza on wholesome little bagels, so you can eat all you want, whenever you want.
Anytime's the right time. Pizza going down is so fine. So fine, so fine, so fine. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
Pizza Bagel Bites. Whenever you want them.
Picture pockets, Barbie. Find a picture, punch it out. Cool. Put it in the pockets, a new look now. Pets, friends, celebrities. A cool shaped puncher for Barbie and me. Pick it, punch it, perfect. Put it in her pocket. That's gotta be Barbie. Picture pockets, Barbie.
Picture Pockets Barbie doll comes with a cool shaped puncher and pop-out pictures. Dolls each sold separately. Now you can get this cool Barbie photo album keychain and specially marked packages while supplies last.
Kellogg's supercharged Frosted Flakes and a good breakfast will bring out the tiger in you.
Remember how much fun we had at Walt Disney World? It was so exciting.
Now there's a little reminder of a lot of magic inside specially marked boxes of Kellogg's cereal. One of 16 Walt Disney World mini beans, but only for a limited time.
Guess who's hiding in the Fruit Loops?
The best part of the day is coming to theaters.
Bullseye!
On February 16th.
Psychedelic Principalia.
It's the first Recess movie.
The ultimate recess.
Scandalous!
They're out to save the world.
Just get him.
One playground at a time.
Could you please get off of me?
That part still grosses me out, sir.
Disney's Recess School's Out.
It's party time.
Rated G. Coming only to theaters February 16th.
What do girls want? What do girls need? An entire day with Mary-Kate and Ashley on Fox Family.
Are you kidding?
It's the Mary-Kate and Ashley Marathon.
I'm liking this.
Loaded with the things girls want.
Shopping. Boys. What can I say? We're teenagers. Life is good.
Don't miss the Mary-Kate and Ashley Marathon. Tomorrow starting at 11:10 Central, only on Fox Family. It's what girls want.
We're back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Two years ago, when Diane saw the strange mists and light that appeared in photographs of her at Major Moore's, she thought she would never return.
She was wrong.
My name is Diane, and I'm 19 years old.
I truly believe the spirits react to Diane just by the evidence that I've got by the pictures.
No matter where she is, there's orbs surrounding her, on the floor, in the air, above her. They go on her clothes. It's incredible.
It freaks me out a little because I don't know them.
But they certainly think they know you.
Yeah. Everyone knows that Major Moore's is haunted.
Major Moore's is located in Northern California, way out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, sure. I do believe this house is haunted. Noises, things disappearing, shadows.
The house is really cold. Upstairs and in the back room next to the bathroom is the coldest and the scariest. I won't go in one of the rooms. I heard about Major Moore's about 3 years ago from John.
I went to Major Moore's with Diane to try and document any paranormal activity.
When John was photographing, I felt really cold. Where I described where it was cold, he'd take the picture, and they looked like little balls of light. I think you're seeing ghosts in those pictures. The balls of light, I think, are the energy of them.
I was getting a lot of orbs and mist in the pictures that I was taking, the digital pictures.
I think the balls of light were following me.
On this property used to be a stagecoach stop back in the early 1800s all the way through the early 1900s.
There were huge massacres. Thousands of people died.
I think that these spirits are people who have lived there and who have died there, and I think they're trying to tell us something.
But what were they trying to tell her? Diane enlists the help of
psychic Barbara Lee to answer the question and hopefully silence the spirits.
There was a family, mother and father, and a young girl, like 7 or 8, that were murdered here.
I don't like this room.
Claustrophobic?
No, I just don't like it. It just is a bad feeling in here.
The psychic performs a cleansing ritual to rid the house
of the spirits that dwell there.
And some of the entities felt like they had to caretake the house and help heal it because of all the gruesome things that went on. And we ask that the spirits and the lost souls find their healing and that they can go back to the light and carry on the rest of their journey.
I don't think the cleansing worked at all. I still feel like there's something here. When I first walked in, I didn't feel anything until we played on the witch's board and it started getting cold and eerie. I asked the witch's board who lived there, and it told me a family, and I asked it their name, and they said Sarah. And then I asked about their dad, and then it started going in circles.
And at that point, I got either kicked or hit on my knee, and the door behind John, the doorknob started rattling as if somebody was trying to get out.
I felt scared. I wanted to leave.
The Ouija board started spelling out the word "give me." So I said, "Give you what?" It did D-I-A.
I think it was trying to spell my name.
It was saying, "Give me Diane."
I don't think it can be cleansed. I think the spirits think they belong here and this is their home. I don't think they can be driven out.
Approximately 13 hours after the cleansing, the following interview was
recorded with the estate's caretaker.
Do you think they want to go home and move on? Do you think they want to move on?
Huh?
What's wrong? You just gotta chill?
Something just pushed me.
You're kidding.
Piece of wood hit me or something. I hope.
Kidding.
Let's go, hair standing up. Do I think, I'm sorry?
Do you think they want to move on? Do you think the spirits
I think I was just told they do.
These are the stories of real people from across the country who have had experiences with the unknown. If you have a story to tell, visit our website at realscarystories.com or write to us at Highland Entertainment, P.O. Box 2036, Old Chelsea Station, New York, New York 10113. Tell us your real scary story.
Imagine hearing an odd sound that can't be explained, or seeing a shadowy figure move, but no one is there. A light flickers. You feel a cold breath on your neck.
Is it your imagination, or is it...
Or seeing a shadowy figure move, but no one is there. A light flickers. You feel a cold breath on your neck.
Is it your imagination, or is it real? (1885), Evansville, Indiana. Willard Carpenter builds a library and wills his fortune to its upkeep. His daughter Louise is left penniless and very angry. After her death,
Louise's spirit claims the library as her own. Now, 2 teens have come looking for her. They're about to learn that you have to be careful what you look for. It just might find you.
1830s, Allison Park, Pennsylvania. A Presbyterian church is built. 140 years later, the old church is renovated and a battle between good and evil is unleashed. Now, a group of curious
teens have come to investigate. Will they find a malicious force or a guiding spirit protecting people from harm?
These are the real stories of actual encounters with the bizarre and the unknown. These are real, scary stories.
Every library has ghost stories on its shelves. But when
Zach and Lisa visit Willard Library, they aren't just reading a ghost story. They're trapped in one.
My name is Zach, and I'm 17, and I live in Evansville, Indiana. Evansville's a little bit slow for me. It's a good place to raise a family, I think. It's not a good place if you're 17 and looking for excitement.
Evansville's very small, but it's a good small. It's the right size.
I think everybody in Evansville knows about the ghost at Willard Library to some extent. Everybody knows something. Everybody knows something about the Lady in Gray. I don't believe in ghosts. I kind of have to see it to believe it, or it's not the truth for me.
Zach doesn't believe in ghosts, and I do, and that's just the difference of opinions.
Tonight, Lisa and I will be going to a haunted library to search for the supposed Lady in Gray.
Hopefully we'll see a ghost.
Local myth has it that the Willard Library is haunted by Lady in Gray.
There have been literally hundreds of sightings and encounters and feelings.
Anyone that has said they have seen her, she's always dressed in gray.
They believe Lady in Gray is Louise Carpenter, the daughter of Willard Carpenter.
He was a great philanthropist and did a wonderful thing when he built this library, but he was especially miserly when it concerned his family. When Mr. Carpenter passed away, he left his fortune to support the library.
I think she was pretty bitter. Probably died pretty unhappy. I would, at least.
The Lady in Gray was first sighted in 1937 by the library janitor. He encountered a woman, and he could see right through her. He shined his flashlight right through her.
Since I've been here, I've had a few unexplained experiences here at the library, ranging from thinking you hear footsteps when there's nobody else in the room to strange things happening with the books.
Books being rearranged, books jumping off shelves.
I was sitting at my desk working, and behind me there's two monitors. I saw something on a monitor, and it went from one monitor into the other monitor, and everything else that was in the monitor was really clear. But whatever it was that was moving, you could not see it.
We have an alarm system. It's the creepiest when there is no apparent reason for the alarm to have gone off.
I've made 3, maybe 4 alarms at Willard Library. When you come in at night, it's kind of creepy. You know, everything creaks and groans, and like I say, the Gray Lady, you know, you've got these stories in the back of your mind.
I'm not sure if I'm scared, but I'm not sure if I'd want to see her face to face.
The last alarm I made with Kim, we never found any apparent cause for the alarm.
If I saw a ghost or, you know, Lady in Gray and what have you, it would answer a lot of questions, you know. It would take care of a lot of thinking for me. At least I'd know something was going on when you die.
I think that if Zach sees a ghost, he'll believe in him. Zach and I are going to Willard Library and meet Tim Hart.
I've investigated the Willard Library 3 times. Every time that I've been here, I get something on the static fields, something paranormal or anomalous.
Lisa's into science, so this might prove her point about the Willard.
Hi, I'm Lisa.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Zach. Nice to meet you. So what are you looking for whenever you measure all this stuff?
Fluctuating electromagnetic fields, anomalous phenomena.
Investigators use devices to detect unusual changes in static electricity
or temperature. They call these changes anomalous phenomena and believe they can
indicate the presence of a spirit. But what these devices can't tell you
is whether the ghost is good
or evil.
What you want to do is walk around with this. And if it goes to 7 or above, that's when you might have some kind of anomalous activity. And if you hear that, that means there's something going on, okay?
That right there?
Yeah.
So there's something going on?
Well, that's because it's warming up. If it goes above 7 while you're sitting somewhere, definitely take a picture.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's go.
You're on your own.
Thanks.
See you later.
Oddly enough, the most sightings or feelings or senses of the ghost presence has actually occurred in the basement area, which is also where the children's department is located.
This way.
Where do you want to go? Turn the sun on and everything.
We go around this way.
I don't know. None of these things are flipping out or anything, so let's see what else we can find. That scared the heck out of me. All right. Fear's kind of like a common link between everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody fears something. It may not be the same thing, but it feels the same whenever they get scared. Everybody knows what it feels like. It's just kind of sink in your stomach, you know what I mean? Your kind of heart drops down. For a split second, you're real frantic. You don't exactly know how to react. So we went upstairs and we searched around the genealogy room for a little bit.
The meters are reading 0.
And Lisa and I decided that we were going to split up. You got your walkie-talkie? All right.
Got it.
All right, just turn it on. Yell at me if you need anything. This thing's kind of fun. Take that.
I went down to the basement in the children's area. Zach stayed in the genealogy room.
According to local legend, the lady in gray is easily angered by those who
deny her existence. Zach hopes he can use the legend to draw her out by making her angry.
There's nothing in this library. If there were anybody who could make the apparition angry enough to actually manifest itself, that would probably be me. I'm pretty good at making people mad. Use a car. Susan City. Because her dad was crazy.
We'll be right back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Danny, time for practice. No time for a snack? This is the job for Danimals drinkable yogurt. Strawberry explosion.
Cherry clear.
Rock and raspberry.
Fruitylicious. When you need a snack fast,
15 seconds.
you can drink Fruitylicious Danimals drinkable yogurt.
Cool. 2, 1. Danny.
Danimals drinkable yogurt. Fruity, fun, and fair.
Yeehaw! Whoa! Where'd you get that? An elf. Elves don't make cookies. They make rainbow chips deluxe. Do not. Do too.
Fellas, we got non-believers on Oak Street. I need backup. Roger. Release Rainbow. Let's go away.
Whoa! Now do you believe in elves? If I say no, will they do that again?
Keebler Rainbow Chips Deluxe. Uncommonly good.
Release the power of card captors!
I sense a cloud card.
Join Hiro and Sakura and track down the 52 mysterious cloud cards. Part fight, part fashion show, Card Captor's magic battle dolls have the action all sewn up.
I dub you the card captor.
Release the power! With Hiro, Mei-Lin, Lee, and Sakura. Card Captor's magic battle dolls, plush, and mystical cloud looking cards, each sold separately.
Who took the pebbles? You can help Fred and Barney find out.
Secret agent, super spies with attitudes will solve the mystery of the biggest theft in all prehistory.
Post Pebbles cereal, a missing part of this good breakfast.
And if you'll help us, we'll send you the spy motion alarm as a reward.
So you can solve your own spy cases.
Mom! Busted.
One mail-in form for free motion alarm on each marked box of pebbles.
It's alarming.
Dream, Joy Enriquez, and Big
Do you see me?
in concert. They have to wait in line, but Fox Family gets you front row center.
Tell me how you feel. He loves me.
I like Dream because their harmonies.
He loves you not. Pink rock.
I love her hair.
Kia presents Front Row Center coming Monday, February 19th.
It's gotta be Fox Family.
We're back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
When she was alive, the lady in gray was denied ownership of the Willard Library.
In death, she has claimed it as her own. Zach taunts her, hoping she will reveal herself. But while Zach taunts her,
is she about to haunt them?
Zach,
What's up?
are you taunting the ghost?
What?
Are you taunting the ghost?
Well, I don't know what else I can do except,
Yeah, what else are you gonna do? There's nothing going on. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. You know? What else are you gonna do?
Think you need to do a better job.
I guess I'll, see if I can't work a little bit harder. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it. I'm telling you, there's nothing in this building at all.
What's that noise?
You know what it is? It's the libraries are really cold. That's what this is. Librarians get really, really, really bored, and so they gotta start dreaming up stuff to do. And if the ghost isn't Louise Carpenter, it's a gentle ghost, so my coaxing or insulting wouldn't really do any good, you know what I mean? Just kind of chill, not worry about it. A book?
Just random. Like,
did you go over and check it out?
By the rocking chair.
You gonna go check it out?
Go ahead.
Alright, so let's go. Let's check this out. I think that's a book.
Zach,
What?
did you find anything?
Yeah. Check this out.
Where was it at?
Well, I don't know how in the world I got on the floor, because it came from right here, and it was about 4 feet away.
Are you serious?
Well, it was like, you know, it's like, what, 5 feet?
But 5 feet, like it didn't just fall.
Well, no. This is, McGruffy's Eclectic Reader. You want to look at this book?
No.
Fine. Will you tell me how old this book is?
Nope.
So you weren't actually in the Peacock room or anything, yeah?
That's where it started, and I heard something like a chair rocking or something.
So let's go over here and see what's going on with this rocking chair. What's going on with the meter?
Zach.
What?
You hurry up.
It apparently jumped up, you know? It apparently jumped up.
Huh?
It apparently jumped up.
What?
To like 9.
When?
Just now, just for like split. It's chilling at like 0 right now, but you know, whatever, you know? I don't know.
All right, well, I feel really weird to you
know,
get out. I just want to get out of here.
You don't hang out? You want to leave?
Yeah, I want to leave.
You seriously want to go?
I want to leave. I've had enough. I want to get out of here.
It's cool. Let's go. Apparently, Lisa was haunted.
I heard a book, it sounded like a book, fly across and hit something. I wanted to get out of there. I'm not sure if it was a ghost or not, but a lot of things happened that were unexplainable.
The meters obviously measured something. The book was really old, as if it might have been from the era that these people lived. If it was Louise Carpenter, it would make sense that she was trying to let people know that she was there, she wasn't going anywhere. And it was her library. Will Nicole and her friends find that the forces of good or evil remain at an old Pennsylvania church?
Oh my gosh.
Even in the 100.
Look.
Oh my God!
That's after.
Start taking pictures.
Don't be frightened. Real Scary Stories will be right back on Fox Family.
Help! Help!
Mario's back in a new adventure. He has new friends with special abilities. He has new enemies with funky attacks. But will he save the princess?
Help!
Find out in Paper Mario. Rated E for everyone.
Later.
Now inside every pack of Gushers. Mixed in with your favorite flavors, you'll find Mystery Gushers. Every Mystery Gushers piece has a surprising blast of tasty juice. You never know what flavor you'll get. Whoa, new Mystery Gushers. Taste the blast.
Oh no, don't give in! We're almost there!
Hurry, Terry!
From the wildest regions of Disney imagination, Disney on Ice presents 3 classic jungle adventures: The Jungle Book, Tarzan, and The Lion King, live on ice.
You be cool, I wanna be like you.
It's all the excitement and 3 times the fun with your favorite Disney jungle characters. Disney on Ice, roaring into your hometown.
Now through February 11th at United Center. Great seats are available as late as showtime.
Honey, I think I lost the transmission.
No, you didn't. It's right here.
Vans, trucks, foreign, domestic, or vintage. When you have transmission problems, you know you can rely on Liberty Transmissions Incorporated. Call toll-free 1-888-368-9330. Se habla español. Liberty Transmissions Incorporated.
They told us their real scary stories. We filmed them.
Supposedly haunted. I guess I'm gonna go investigate it.
Do you have a scary story that's true? Are you between 13 and 19 years old? Then we may want to film you and your real scary story for TV. Email your story to realscarystories@hotmail.com or write to Highland Entertainment, P.O. Box 2036, Old Chelsea Station, New York, New York, 10113-2036. Be sure to catch Real Scary Stories Saturdays at 1:12 Central on Fox Family. Don't scream, Real Scary Stories is back on Fox Family.
There seem to be many strange forces in conflict at Pennsylvania's Depreciation Lands Museum.
So far, the ghost of the Deacon has managed to keep the evil spirits at bay. But when you deal with the restless dead, nothing is certain.
When me and some of my friends decided to check out a haunted museum, we had no idea what we were getting into.
The bell would ring. No one was in the area at the time.
And it seemed like someone was banging on the window trying to get in or out.
We did encounter the Deacon.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I'm from Allison Park, which is north of Pittsburgh. Me and all of our friends got really interested in the ghost named Deacon who was living at the Depreciation Lands Museum. The story's told that the Deacon watched over the museum.
It's a local mystery if he's real or not, and we wanted to see for ourselves.
I thought, well, maybe the Deacon is there, but I still was pretty skeptical.
I really believe in spirits and supernatural and paranormal activity.
The Depreciation Lands Museum deals with pioneer life in western Pennsylvania in the late 1700s and early 1800s. There was a long and bloody conflict in the area until 1794 when General Mad Anthony Wayne defeated the Indians at the Battle of Fallen Timbers.
The church that we turned into the museum used to be located about a mile up the road. The cemetery that is associated with that church is from the 1800s.
I heard them talking about a ghost.
We have a spirit that we call the Deacon.
That supposedly haunted the museum.
Tall figure with a dark coat.
He apparently was a member of the church.
Paranormal investigators had photographed
weird things that they found there.
Orbs that ghost researchers say were the Deacon.
The basic form of spirit energy is the spirit orb, and that is a glowing ball of energy. The larger the ball of energy, the more power it has to transform shape, such as turning into an ectoplasmic mist or trying to take on the shape of their once human form.
If these balls of energy have the power to change shapes,
What else do they have the power to do? Can they help people, or do they harm people? The only way for Nicole and her friends to find out is to go see the Deacon.
We'll be right back with more Real Scary Stories on Fox Family.
Coming up in a few minutes, they investigate everything from the abnormal to the paranormal on the Zach Files here on Fox Family.
Oh yeah, because it's all about FoxKids.com and it's always on. There's a place where you can go. You love the games and the Tuesday show. Pick your mouse and join the fun. It's always there.
It's always on.
You can win big or make a new friend. So much to do that there's no end. Hang out with us because it's all good in our virtual neighborhood.
It's always on. .com. FoxKids.com.
Want to know the secret art to getting that Hollywood part? Now turn heads with Part Pizzazz, the amazing new hair weaving tool from the makers of Hairigami. Instantly create hot new zigzag parts like magic. You won't believe your eyes. Just draw a pattern, then separate. Amazing! You've got a brand new look, a whole new style. Just weave a pattern, then separate. Look, a precision part appears. Imagine your own zigzag part, perfect every time. Use one of the 6 sensational new Part Pizzazz stencils to weave the patterns designed by top Hollywood stylists. Just hold the stencil in place. Now trace a dazzling zigzag design easy as 1, 2, 3. This funky part can be woven into any hairstyle. Flat hair? Weave in lift and volume for a cover girl look by using the Illusion stencil. Short hair is chic with the tiny zigzag stencil. Or try this hot new look. Turn an ordinary part into smart art with the crooked stencil. Or use a serpentine stencil and go wild with crazy curves. Old-fashioned pigtails are boring. Use Part Pizzazz to weave hair with creative flair. Imagine the fun-filled memories you'll share with Part Pizzazz. Part Pizzazz is ideal for all ages, for all types of hair, thick, thin, straight, curly, long, or short. If you can draw a part, you can create art. It's all here in the Pop-Out Glamour Guide. The step-by-step instructions are easy as 1, 2, 3. We guarantee you'll instantly weave trendy new parts. Order Part Pizzazz with Glamour Guide for only $14.99. Call now and we'll include 6 sensational stencils. Sold separately for $4.99 each. Your complete Part Pizzazz kit, all 6 stencils, plus the Part Pizzazz weaving tool and Pop-Out Glamour Guide of $45 value, all for $14.99. Ask about our new celebrity styling video, The Art of Weaving a Part, and learn how to create the zigzag parts worn by the stars.
Call 1-800-692-8787 to order Part Pizzazz and the bonus items for $14.99 plus shipping, or send check or money order to this address.
We're back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Could it be that a deacon who was charged in life
with looking over his flock is still tending to his work 100 years after death?
There was a girl, and it was fall, and she was in the cemetery, and she was walking. It was a pretty nice day. She sat down, and she was sitting there for a while. She wanted to get up. It felt like there was a hand or something on her keeping her from getting up, and it kept pushing her back down. She kept trying to get up and trying to get up.
When she finally was able to rise, she looked over her shoulder and noticed a snake slithering off into the cemetery. She realized what that pressure on her shoulder had been. It was the deacon protecting her from the snake.
A really strange thing happened to a group of girls who stayed at the museum overnight.
The children were sleeping on the floor in the annex. And during the course of the night, ceiling tiles fell out of the ceiling and glided away from the children. Nobody was ever touched. Nobody was even disturbed. I'm sure the deacon had something to do with it.
We decided we wanted to find if Deacon was real. We contacted paranormal investigators.
They showed us how to use all the equipment.
We borrowed a dowsing rod, digital camera, the electromagnetic field detectors, video cameras with night vision. We wanted to start off in the cemetery. And try not to trip over any. We decided to use the dowsing rod. It's a metal bar. You use it to detect magnetic fields, which are energy sources of spirits.
See it?
Okay, now it's completely turning. Hold it. When Maria actually used it, it began to spin, and that's a large sign that there's something there.
It's really doing a full turnaround. Doesn't look like there's any activity at all.
The 4 of us decided to separate so that we could cover more ground, and me and Krista went to the barn, and Maria and Fina decided that they were going to the log cabin.
Oh my, here?
It smells like fresh fire.
Do we have anything to test anything out in here?
here? Well, I have the thermo scanner. Everything look the same? Yeah. I think the log cabin might be kind of boring.
This is the carriage house we're going into.
Okay.
See if we can see anything.
Me and Chris thought as soon as we walked in, we heard noises, like pounding noises and loud noises, but then they would stop. So we decided we would walk around the wagon and use our tools to see if we could find anything.
We're heading towards... Thank you. What was that? Those bells just rang.
Get the reading.
And we didn't touch it. There's no reading, but those bells...
Go by the bells.
We did not touch the bells, and they just went off. Take a picture of the bell.
I didn't get anything.
And there was another noise.
We decided to stay together because we were really scared.
We should probably go into the church.
Everyone has their flashlights on?
Yeah. Oh, it's dark here, guys.
We started off in the basement.
That candy there is where my brother said he saw it moving. No.
Keep up with it, As we began to investigate with the magnetic field detectors, they began to show some ratings of energy.
Oh my God. Even in the 100s.
Look.
Oh my God.
That's after.
Start taking pictures.
Take pictures, Nicole. There's definitely something here.
Okay.
The 3 range. It is. It's still in the 3 range. It's around Pina. Whether it's the Deacon, I don't know.
Is it still up there? Like you can hold it in.
It quickly disappeared.
I'm
not seeing anything back there.
We lost it, whatever it was. It's gone. That was creepy.
I believe that all the technology we were using was going to be accurate and help us in our search to find Deacon. I believe that the Deacon was there and that other spirits are there too, and that the Deacon is there to protect people from the other spirits.
These are the stories of real people from across the country who have had experiences with the unknown. If you have a story to tell, visit our website at realscarystories.com or write to us at Highland Entertainment, P.O. Box 2036, Old Chelsea Station, New York, New York 10113. Tell us your real scary story.
Land. We're seeing a shadowy figure move, but no one is there.
A light flickers. You feel a cold breath on your neck. Is it your imagination, or is it real? In 2001, St. Louis, Missouri. The Great Arch is known as the Gateway to the West. The Lemp Mansion is becoming known as a gateway to the afterlife.
14-year-old Elizabeth takes a risky step into that gateway, and she is identified with the wife of one of the
mansion's haunting spirits. 1920s New York, New York. A fire patrolman depressed over his failed relationship with his wife takes his life on the
4th floor of Fire Patrol Station 2. Now a teen from Brooklyn has come to find out if the old station that houses daring firefighters
is also home to a spirit who can make the brave men's blood run cold. 1922, San Jose, California.
A psychic tells Sarah Winchester she must appease the spirits of people killed by the rifles her family manufactures.
For the next 38 years, Sarah designed and built a house with false doors and stairways to nowhere, hoping she could confuse the spirits.
Now, 3 teens have come to see if the ghost of Sarah Winchester has
joined the spirits that once pursued her. These are the real stories of actual encounters with the bizarre and the unknown. These are real, scary stories. In the early 1900s, the Lemp family ran a brewery empire until madness wiped out the family. Eventually, 3 family members took their own lives inside their family home.
Are the lost souls of the family reaching out from the scene of their own demise?
Last night we came in into the Lemp Mansion and it's haunted.
For me, this night was the scariest night of my life.
Today I feel
Still a little, shaken and kind of bewildered with what happened.
I don't think that I want to be back in the Lemp Mansion at night ever again. The Lemp Mansion looked scary. All the trees were weird looking. It's eerie because the building's so old.
Lemp Mansion is probably the most actively haunted location in the St. Louis metropolitan area. 3 members of the family committed suicide here in the mansion. So there's a lot of negative psychic energy here and active ghosts that are always present.
Billy Lemp was probably one of the more infamous members of the Lemp family. He had shot himself rather violently. He had opened up his vest and shot himself directly into the heart.
Most spirits are the same personality as they were when they were alive. And in life, he was a very dominant man.
He caused a lot of people some grief during their lives, particularly his first wife, who was Lillian Hanlon. She brought undue attention to her in his eyes by wearing lavender clothes all the time. Billy gave her the name of the Lavender Lady.
On the second floor landing, we were talking about her, and the lamp on the credenza that's under her picture started rocking back and forth rapidly, turned 180 degrees, and then fell off the table. No one was near that lamp when it happened.
We emailed Real Scary Stories telling them about the Lemp Mansion and the stories that we had heard about it, and that, we would like to stay there maybe and see if the stories are really true.
But I really didn't think that we were going to get picked.
Since the early 70s, this has been known as the Lemp Mansion Restaurant.
At least once every year, we have an employee that sees something or something happens to him where he won't come back.
The most haunted area in the Lemp Mansion is probably the 3rd floor or the attic. It's an area that is pretty well undeveloped. It looks pretty much like it did back in the Lemp's heyday.
That's where many people feel very uncomfortable. I've seen people rush out of there many times. And we had a tour group up there, maybe 20 people, and a pair of eyes appeared. Not everybody, but most saw them.
The first time I was here, it felt fine for the first few hours, and after that, it got pretty scary.
She was on one of our tours, and she was entering a room just down the hall here.
And as I stepped over the threshold of the room, I instantly started to feel nauseated. It was as if time had stopped for me. I could actually feel something go through my body. I was still there, but yet I felt there was another personality standing there. It was almost as if this person was saying, help me get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore.
Because there's such a strong resemblance between Mary and the Lavender Lady, Billy Lemp's first wife. His spirit actually went through her, into her.
When I went in the room with the portrait, I was looking at the Lavender Lady, and I think she looks like Elizabeth.
It's kind of a freaky resemblance.
The ghost of Billy reaches out to women who look like the Lavender Lady.
Elizabeth may be risking an encounter with the ghost of Billy Lemp.
We'll be right back with more real scary stories on Fox Family. Dream, Joy Enriquez, and Pink in concert. They have to wait in line, but Fox Family gets you front row center.
I like Dream because their harmonies. Pink rock. I love her hair.
Kia presents Front Row Center, Monday at 5/4 Central.
It's gotta be Fox Family. Keycharm Cuties, a whole new world.
Keycharm Cuties are cool backpacks that magically turn into playsets. This backpack turns into a PJ party.
The lamp really lights up.
You can change their clothes and their beautiful hair. The Keycharm Cuties come in wallets, purses, and backpacks, each sold separately.
Students, Chuck E. Cheese's, the real cool place to be a kid. Parents don't have to get it. They just have to help get you there. Not bad for beginners.
Wake up! Make your bed. Are you dressed yet? Get some breakfast before you go.
Slow things down with Pillsbury Toaster Strudel. Creamy, squeeze-it-yourself icing. Gooey, fruity filling. And layers of light, flaky crust let you slow down when you eat up. Part of this complete breakfast. Toaster Strudel from Pillsbury makes every bite a break.
Your next toaster strudel could win you one of 6 grand prize trips to Strudelpalooza at Walt Disney World to meet BB Mac. 50,000 others win CDs. Details on marked boxes.
The Fruit Roll-Ups factory staff is always looking for the next big idea.
Fruit Roll-Ups cup. Next. Furry Fruit Roll-Ups. Next. Fruit Roll-Ups socks. Ew.
CD. Next.
Ball. Next.
Raincoat. Next. We'll never find the next idea.
You're a genius.
New Tattoo Fruit Roll-Ups. Lots of great tattoos on all your favorite flavors. Stick 'em, peel 'em, instant tattoo. What fun Fruit Roll-Ups will we roll out next?
Stop it! You've got my purse! And honeycomb. Honeycomb? That honey sweet crunch can't get past me. Me want honeycomb.
Ooh, let me at him. Nice grab. Whoa, clear a path. Watch your feet. This is good. You're going down, baby. Wait. Whoa, gotcha.
Honeycomb cereal is part of this good breakfast. My purse?
We're back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
We were walking up there. It was just, I got this tingly feeling, you know, we're doing it. We're actually gonna do this. We're going to Lemp Mansion.
I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I'm crazy for doing this.
Elizabeth and her friends will doubt their sanity even more strongly when they see firsthand that the horrors of
Lemp Mansion didn't end when the family died.
You guys ready?
Yeah. I swear to God, there's something in that window.
You go before me, I don't want to go.
You don't want to go. Join the party. Here we go. First time you enter the building is weird. First. Man. And here we are in one of the many dining rooms. No, I don't. Through the night, it just got more creepy, and in the portrait about Billy Lemp, his eyes just made him look evil. He was a mean-looking man. And I went into the room where the Lavender Lady's portrait was.
When Elizabeth stood by the picture, you could definitely see they kind of had, you know, the same kind of facial features. It was kind of a freaky resemblance.
Where do we go next?
Here?
I guess we go to the 3rd floor.
We started walking up the stairs, and I got this sick, queasy feeling inside me. I had butterflies all in my stomach, and I just felt so scared.
I really didn't want to go up there, but then again, I did because, you know, I wanted to do this really, really bad.
I don't like steep steps, I really don't.
It got worse and worse as we went up the stairs because I was, you know, finally realizing, oh my God, I'm going into an attic of a house that's haunted.
Here we go.
I didn't want to go in there because I knew something was going to happen.
You... Come on. I need a light. Give me a light. I'll get in the front. Now, I really... We're on the 3rd floor. I'm about to... Freak out. Here, just grab my shirt. Grab my shirt. It's gonna be okay.
All right. We're in the 3rd floor.
It's gonna be okay.
And I'm so scared I can feel... What the hell?
I just saw it as I walked in.
It was all in red. It said, help me. There was writing.
Did you get it on videotape?
Yeah.
I seen it in this. I was looking at it through this. I can't go back in there.
Now, I really... We're on the 3rd floor. I'm about to...
We're in, all right, the 3rd floor. I'm so scared I can feel... What the hell?
Still kind of jumpy.
I'm still kind of...
I'm shaking bad.
I know, like...
I'm cold.
I was freaked out, and I still am.
With her knowing that maybe the ghost thought that she could have, you know, been the Lavender Lady, she might have been a little extra scared.
If there is a connection between me and her, I don't really want to know about that.
I think that maybe it was Lillian, the Lavender Lady, asking for help because maybe he's still, Billy Lemp's still there with her.
I don't know. I figured that one of the ghosts was maybe even one of them trying to talk to us, trying to contact us, which is what I think maybe they were trying to do with writing on the wall.
At Fire Patrol Station 2, firefighters say they have seen a specter in a 1920s uniform.
It is the spirit of a fireman who killed himself still roaming around on the station's 4th floor.
Don't be frightened. Real Scary Stories will be right back on Fox Family.
Danny, time for practice. No time for a snack? This is the job for Danimals drinkable yogurt. Strawberry explosion.
Cherry cool.
Rockin' raspberry.
Fruitylicious. When you need a snack fast,
15 seconds.
you can drink Fruitylicious Danimals drinkable yogurt.
2, 1. Danny.
Danimals drinkable yogurt. Fruity, fun, and fair.
Yeehaw! Whoa! Where'd you get that? An elf. Elves don't make cookies. They make rainbow chips deluxe. Do not. Do too.
Fellas, we got non-believers on Oak Street. I need backup. Roger. Release Rainbow. Let's go away.
Whoa! Now do you believe in elves? If I say no, will they do that again?
Keebler Rainbow Chips Deluxe. Uncommonly good.
Give me some.
You should have gotten your own.
Quiet.
Have you heard the news? Blue's Clues is live and heading to your town. Now you and your family can play along with Blue and all her friends.
It was really fun. I was dancing myself.
Critics say thrilling, a big colorful taste of theatrical magic. So come be a part of it, because it's not just a show, it's one big party. Blue's Clues Live, presented by Gateway Country.
March 14th through the 18th, presented by Gateway Country, Ford and Sears Portrait Studios. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster or charged by phone.
This minivan got periodic transmission checkups at AMCO. This one didn't. Bring your car to AMCO for an annual comprehensive external diagnostic service. We'll check the level and condition of your transmission fluid, the exterior controls, and give it a test drive. This convertible went to AMCO and drove happily ever after. Call 1-800-GO-AMCO to schedule your transmission checkup today.
Dream, Joy Enriquez, and Pink in concert.
Front Row Center is going to be my first experience with a band, an all-girl band at that, which is even cooler.
I can't wait to get out there and perform.
Tell me how you feel.
It's really exciting.
He loves me, he loves you now.
Live music is what it's all about.
Front Row Center, Monday at 5/4 Central.
It's gotta be
Fox Family.
Don't scream. Real Scary Stories is back on Fox Family.
At Fire Patrol Station 2, a fireman took his own life because of his marriage difficulties. Now, the ghost of a man who died with a broken heart clings to the place where he lived
as a brave hero. Kurt has come here to test his own bravery by spending the night.
There was definitely something there, or somebody.
If you see anything, or you feel a sense of presence, it's probably Patrolman Schwartz. He did himself in.
And now he haunts the 4th floor of the firehouse. Tonight I'm gonna head over to the firehouse with my uncle and spend the night there, and I hope to find a ghost there. My name is Kurt, and my uncle works in a haunted firehouse.
This house was built in 1906. It's a very historic house.
The ghost was one of the fire patrolmen that used to work here.
It was the late 20s. Patrolman Schwartz, despondent over his wife's unfaithfulness. One day, come up to the top floor here, on the 4th floor, and hung himself from one of these beams.
Sometime at night, you'll hear strange things on the 4th floor. Things is moving, and then when you go upstairs, there's no one there. A few times when I was sleeping on the 3rd floor, I would hear The cart over here would move at times when I knew that there was nobody upstairs on the 4th floor.
It's a 100-pound metal and wooden cart just rolling across the floor by itself. It's much too heavy to be blown by the wind. The only explanation isn't really a rational explanation, and that there really is a ghost in this house.
I was excited to go to the firehouse and actually spend the night with my uncle. As soon as I got inside the building, I heard an alarm go off. I saw all the firemen get dressed, and they went off to answer a call.
The fire patrolman may be gone all night. There isn't another living soul in the firehouse, but Kurt is not alone.
So I just decided, well, I guess now is the time to look around.
This must be the dome. Okay, let's try a different approach. See if I can. Makes a lot of noise.
Because the firemen weren't there, I decided to bunk down for the night.
I heard something when I woke up. I was sleeping. Something from upstairs, and I really don't want to go up there. I saw a face, like, grinning an evil grin at me. I videotaped it. I mean, you can see it. I mean, they zoomed in on it, and it's there. Ghost could do whatever he wants up there. He can go off hanging himself 50 times. I don't want to disturb him. Let him rest up there. In the daytime, that place is okay, but I don't want to disturb what the ghost is doing up there. And I feel now that ghosts really, really do exist. Because now that I've had my own experience, it now, for some reason, feels more real.
Before she died, Sarah Winchester built a maze of 40 stairways, 2,000 doors,
and 10,000 windows to keep her safe from spirits. 3 teens are about to discover that all that work failed
to ward off the icy invasion of the Walking Dead.
I'm so scared. I keep hearing things.
We'll be right back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Coming up in a few minutes, they investigate everything from the abnormal to the paranormal on the Zach Files here on Fox Family.
Now, only in theaters, it's the first Recess movie.
It's party time.
Hold the rope, boy.
Miss Finster, could you please get off of me?
Recess, School's Out, rated G. Now playing only in theaters.
Tear-free. I can see. No nasty knots. And shiny hair, too. L'Oreal Kids Shampoo. Because we're worth it, too.
Wake up. Make your bed. Are you dressed yet? Get some breakfast before you go.
Slow things down with Pillsbury Toaster Strudel. Creamy, squeeze-it-yourself icy, gooey, fruity filling, and layers of light, flaky crust let you slow down when you eat up. Part of this complete breakfast. Toaster Strudel from Pillsbury makes every bite a break.
Your next toaster strudel could win you one of 6 grand prize trips to Strudel-Palooza at Walt Disney World to meet BB Mac. 50,000 others win CDs. Details on marked boxes.
Robo-Chi pets dig each other.
We are Robo-Chi, pets with personality.
Meowchi rocks with Chirpy-Chi.
A real cutie.
One tough pup.
We are Robo-Chi.
Poochie grooves with Chirpy-Chi.
He's fly.
Robo cool.
Interactive RoboChief family pets, each sold separately. Batteries not included.
New Heinz Easy Squirt ketchup has a nozzle that makes it easy to draw. On food! Heinz Easy Squirt. It's fun for your food.
We're here at the Tricks figure skating competition.
Wait a second, who's that?
It's me!
Whoever it is must really want to win those tricks.
Look at that raspberry red, wild berry blue, and lemony yellow combination. What a fabulously fruity performance!
And the judges agree.
At last, tricks are mine! He wins colorful, fruity tricks, a tasty part of a good breakfast. Mine!
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
It figures.
Dream, Joy Enriquez, and Pink in concert. Front row center, Monday at 5/4 Central.
It's gotta be Fox Family.
We're back with more real scary stories on Fox Family.
Sarah Winchester lived her life fearing that the spirits of people killed by Winchester rifles were pursuing her. She built a maze-like house hoping to escape them.
Three teens enter the maze. Will they be confronted by the ghost of Sarah and the host of demons she tried so hard to evade?
My name is Christiane. I'm 17, and one of the strangest places I've heard about in San Jose is the Winchester Mansion.
The thing that intrigues me about the Winchester house itself is the size of the house.
It was built like a maze to confuse the ghosts that were haunting Mrs. Winchester.
I want to go to the Winchester Mansion because I want to see if the myths or stories are true. Sarah Winchester was the heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune.
Oliver Winchester invented the first repeating rifle, probably one of the most popular rifles of the time. This was called the gun that won the West.
The Winchester rifles killed a lot of people.
A fortune teller told Miss Winchester that she was cursed by all the spirits that were killed by the Winchester rifles.
That the death of her husband and daughter were caused by all the spirits of the people killed by the Winchester rifle. The psychic had told Mrs. Winchester that the only way to appease the spirits was by building a house and building continuously. She built 24 hours a day for 38 years until she finally passed away on September 5th, 1922.
The layout of the Winchester house is bizarre.
There's hallways that lead nowhere.
There's doors that open into walls.
Some which open to 10-foot drops. Windows in the ceiling, windows in the floors.
It was about 7 o'clock in the morning. That's when I got the tug on the shoulder. It nearly pulled me off the ladder. And I looked behind me, and there was nothing there.
It's known that Mrs. Winchester was an accomplished musician. She played the organ, the piano. We had a husband and wife who had the opportunity to spend the night in the house itself. And in the middle of the night, they awoke to the sound of organ music playing. Our alarm system was on, so there was no way of anybody else getting into the house.
Mrs. Winchester is here in this house.
Tonight, me and Frederick and Christiane are going to go to different parts of the house, and we're going to try and see if we can find our way out by ourselves.
The Winchester Mansion can be so disorienting. Even experienced guides
have difficulty finding their way at night. But for Frederick, Patrick, and Christiane, the biggest fear isn't getting lost.
It's finding a lost soul.
When I first got in, I was a little nervous.
I started to hear things all around me, like creeping sounds. I didn't know what it was.
I just started hearing noises. I turned my camera to where I heard the sound, and there was nothing there. Nothing could have made the noise.
started walking around, keeping my back against walls at all times, because I feel like if there's something behind me, like a wall, then nothing else can creep up behind me. Oh my God! Woohoo!
I just heard a noise right now. Patrick, I've heard so many right now at this moment. I don't know, man.
Sit here, and I'm gonna breathe real quick. Then I'm gonna get out. And everything's gonna be all good.
Guys, I just heard another noise.
Okay, looking for some wall to get onto. Okay. I just kind of felt something.
I wanted to run. I want to get out of there, like, real fast.
I keep hearing things, and I can't explain it.
It took hours, but Christiane, Patrick, and Frederick finally succeeded where the spirit of Sarah forever failed.
They made it out of the mansion.
I've never done anything like that before. I really think twice about this place.
Just like Miss Winchester said, if you want to find your way out, you'll find your way out. And if you don't, you won't.
These are the stories of real people from across the country who have had experiences with the unknown. If you have a story to tell, visit our website at realscarystories.com or write to us at Highland Entertainment, P.O. Box 2036, Old Chelsea Station, New York, New York 10113. Tell us your real scary story.